Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pocket Sports. We are here live on Table 2.
You got Jamie Stevens, Stephen Smith this afternoon. Table 2, James Delahunty and Steve Woods.
I believe Steve Woods just won the lag and just waiting for the go-ahead to break the balls.
Race to 7, 1 hour total time with a 30-second shot clock. They've got a 15 seconds extension per player per frame. Not sure if we'll see much of that.
I do believe that if the player gets in first, they will quite often use their extension. And a lot of the time you'll see the extension. If the balls are a little tricky, they may use them early. They may use it after the break, just to give themselves a little bit extra time to map out that clearance.
Yeah, good point. Got to use it wisely. You've only got the one. And 30 seconds will go quick.
Yeah, a lot of these players, well, actually pretty much all the players aren't really used to. I think Justin Sage may be the only player used to it with the 9 ball that he's done overseas, but I think the rest of the players not really used to the 30-second shot clock. So it will be interesting to see what impact it has on the shot selection and the decision-making of the players. So Steve Woods breaks off, almost loses the white ball corner pocket and doesn't pot a ball.
Shot clock's away. Before you know it, we're in.
Now, before we get into the deep end of this match, who's your pick to win this match?
This match? I'll go, for this match only, I'll go Steve, I think.
Well, I'm going to go James. I think this is a real 50-50 match, but I actually think James Delahunty. So he's already called the extension first shot, but for me, James Delahunty is...
Interesting. You're dead right. They're mapping out that table. He's using the extension early.
He's also taking his hardest ball first. It's a great opening pot, but don't think he's got the white ball he wanted.
Red's in play.
Does have this red to corner, but is very thin. Won't know exactly where the white ball will finish here. But he has no choice but to take it on.
And put that in the top left. Oh no, top right.
Oh, he'll be absolutely loving that outcome, except for the yellow just slightly impeding the red ball on the left-hand side of the table.
Already looking at that tough red on the rail, right rail.
So for me, this yellow the red that's near the yellow on the opposite side of the table he's at now will be the trickier ball, but I think he would have loved to have got a little bit straighter on this red to deal with it next, but it'll probably be second last ball now.
That looked like a miscue.
Yeah, he didn't get into that as much as he wanted to. I think as far as the speed of the table and the cloth, we're using the super fine cloth, so it is quite slippery. I think obviously there's some adjustment required for the players out there just to get used to the speed. Still has a shot at this. Tough shot, this. It's a lovely
Nails
shot.
it though. What's he going to leave himself?
Yeah, he's lost the white. Just didn't get into it enough. Wanted to be sliding past the yellow.
International rules, so he's got to play his shot. He cannot just roll up beyond that yellow.
That's correct.
Loss of frame for a deliberate foul.
But he will be coming offside cushion.
Going across, yeah. Try and get that difficult one out.
Problem is, he wants to just tap this, in my opinion.
Ooh.
That's a foul. I really like the idea of him just tapping that to the cushion to block the yellow.
Yeah.
Like just hitting it, it still would have left the table quite open for Steve to clear. So I really like the idea of him just getting out of that, hitting the cushion and just at least blocking one yellow to make it more difficult. But now with ball in hand, Steve with a really good opportunity here. Drop this in, play the 3-ball plant on the yellow that's just slide past that red. And you can already see that was 2 seconds left after he played it. You can just see how fast his time goes, and I really do think the players are going to need some getting used to. Now, don't forget, Steve does have his 15-second extension still as well. But I think he won't use it until he feels like potentially he could run out of position. So at the moment he's in position, but he thinks this might be tight. It looks so he may use it here.
Considering the 3-ball plant. Just made that in time for the shot clock.
Honestly, you will see that a lot through these matches. You'll just see that timer beep down. There'll be a couple of seconds left. As long as the players are comfortable striking the ball, before the 5-second beep. But Steve's in a really good position now to get these balls. He's done all the hard work.
Just got to get the white back down the table for the last 3 yellows.
Yeah, I think he'll play for the ball in the middle next. Won't be afraid to overhit it though. As I say that, he's underhit it, but
using that one to work his way down. He can almost pop these in any order after the one in the middle.
Yeah, he would have loved to have been really straight, so he just drop it in. But now I think he's got to go up and down the table out of balk and just come back to the middle of the table. Pretty much where the yellow is now would be perfect. Oh no, he's found a way for the middle. Very important here. He has an angle there to transition to his other yellow.
This is like a snooker game, isn't it? Putting the colours off the spots. Just regulation.
Yeah, lovely shot. And
didn't pop one off the break. Didn't need to with a form like this.
No, it all comes down to one mistake. Can cost you the frame at this level.
At this level, yeah. The trick is don't foul. Or snooker yourself.
So first frame of Steve Wood. I must say, with the 30-second format, I think these two are a little bit unlucky to draw each other, because I think with this format, the 30-second format, I think these two are the favourites. I really do. I think the 30-second format won't bother them too much. They're both fairly quick players. They like to get on with it, get through the balls, whereas some of the other players, I think Joel probably might take a bit of adjusting to the quicker pace that he would need to play. He's generally a pretty methodical player. I think Mark Robertson's pretty methodical and likes to, work his way through the balls rather than having to move around pretty quickly. I think Mick Scary, depending on the mood he's in, sometimes, he's quick, sometimes he's slow. Benny, if he gets going, he's probably the quickest in the room.
Time will tell.
And once again, a dry break. I'm actually quite surprised to see 2 dry breaks in a row. I'll tell you what I would like to see is I'd like to see one of these guys, whether it be this match or another match, just during the course of this tournament, especially when the cloth is really new, is to play a medium pace break where you just control the white ball centre table and let the timing of the break explode the balls. You don't have to smash it 100 mile an hour full pace. And as you can see there, Steve, he's called the extension again. First shot, first visit.
Yeah, it's
giving himself a chance to map this pot out.
It's all in the planning. Like we say, since we said you can't, stuff it up, you can't make a bad shot. If you plan out your out from the break, already in his head, he's got them next 6 balls now, where they're going, what problems he might fall into. Looks like yellow to the top left, then yellow to the middle right.
This is a tricky shot, this. He's got to go in and out of between the reds. He's played it.
Get back.
Don't think he's quite cleared, has he?
Doesn't look it from here.
Facial reaction says no.
And the other 3 are tight, so he's going to have to...
And this is where, once again, the time is a bit tricky, because obviously he's mapped his clearance, but when something goes wrong, you need to reassess. And you've got to do that quickly. Much different having 60 seconds. You get a lot more time.
Oh, yeah. 5 seconds.
Now,
that was a pretty big miss to that corner.
I honestly do believe the time. I know. I'm probably going to harp on it a little bit because, as I said, these guys are going to take a while to get used to it. But he didn't land where he wanted to. He had to reassess. And then once he's got down on the cue, it's already down to 10 seconds. And as he's cueing the ball, he starts hearing the beeps. And the beeps, while they're important to the player, they don't need to see the clock. It puts that little bit of pressure on them. It's a lovely opener from
Beautiful long red. That'll give him some confidence.
He was absolutely devastated with that result. He wanted a full ball contact. I'm not 100% sure whether the closer of the two reds goes or not still. He didn't look that upset by it, so perhaps it does.
Can be a cruel game at times.
He's even looking at it now, so it must go, I think. The other thing too, I'd be interested, because although the tables are a good, 5 or 6 metres apart, I can, with the headphones on, I can hear the beat from the other table, the shot clock, when it hits 5 seconds. So I'm not sure whether the player is hearing that as well and thinking, oh, that's my timer, or whether they're quite aware that, hey, that can't be my timer because I've probably only played a shot 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, because as we know, when you play the game, you do zone out outside distractions like other people around it. I reckon we've got about 100 people there today watching this live. So you've got to zone that out. Just don't zone out the shot clock. 3 seconds left that time.
Yeah, and this whole clearance, should he make it, the shot clock will count down quite low every shot, because these don't link well at all. He has to play a good positional shot every shot here to make this clearance.
It's just one more thing to worry about, isn't it?
So if he had 60 seconds, he's still got 35 seconds now. He's just getting down the shot with a 5-second timer.
I wonder how many frames we're going to be in before someone calls for 2 extensions and does not realise they've already had one.
It could happen if we get into a tactical frame, but with this rule set, the tactical frame is less likely than the traditional rule set, so I think he's just got a bit too much angle on this to be comfortable. He's got to play this really well. Deep screw shot. He's playing around the angles. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
See? All that confidence.
I can't explain to you how good a shot that was. He's played that with a lot of running side off 3 cushions. And even if he didn't kiss that yellow, he probably would have been in a position where he had at least a decent shot. So James has called the extension in knowing that he wants time to line this plant up and get it right. And that's smart, because he knows this is the money ball.
Yeah, you don't want to call it with 3 seconds to go in case they don't hear you, etc. Yeah, good thinking.
And it's only 15 seconds, so you don't want to have to reline it. So he knows he's got 15 more seconds after that goes out.
Oh, that is tight.
Oh,
he's told himself.
Well, I tell you what, at first glance I thought he was on this, but the hands went up, and obviously it's touching ball and he's not quite on it.
I suppose you can always play off the top rail, but it's not easy. Sorry, the bottom rail as you look at it, guys.
Yeah, you're right, it's a tough shot. I think he's having another look. He's not sure.
13 seconds.
He's absolutely filthy with it. And believe me, this man on screen, very competitive.
Going for the curve. 6 seconds. Nah, didn't curve it enough.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think he ever was going to. You're talking about really super fine cloth, really slippery. To get it to swerve that much on this cloth when it's brand new is a tough shot. So far, that's 2 opportunities James has had. As I said to you, that was a really tricky out. But I will note, I thought it was probably extremely unfortunate not to be on that red. He played it quite well. To land touching ball like that, quite low percentage. I do feel for him there. But Steve Wood's looking to be the beneficiary of that misfortune. And this is the key shot coming up right now for me. I know it's a simple pot, but it's all about the angle to the ball to the middle, so he's got angle to transition to his final ball. He wants to land near the balk line on his last yellow, so he can just drop the yellow in and play for the black in the corner that he's just about to play this yellow in now. So this is the key shot for me.
Slow, he's going to play that yellow into the middle, run long for the last yellow into the same middle, black into the bottom left.
Yeah, he absolutely made sure he didn't overplay that at all. In actual fact, I think he's probably giving himself a bit too much angle, but he'd rather that than not enough.
I can see Rusty at the back there watching this game. He's up next against Jason Sajic. Stay out. Oh!
Not exactly where he wanted, but he'll be okay here. He knows he's if he just drops this in, he will still have a shot. Won't be as easy as what he would have liked, but he'll still be happy to be getting an opportunity. In fact, he might even be able to run through this a little bit. I think he's okay here. Yeah, in fact, he was.
Oh, what a shot.
So Steve Woods is basically on clean-up duty at the moment, not making a mistake from the errors of James Delahunty. Steve Woods goes 2-0.
Only 17 minutes in, already 2 games down.
Yeah, there's an hour timer. It only takes one frame to be tricky, tight, and then suddenly the timer gets...
That could swallow up 15, 20 minutes maybe.
If you get a 15-minute frame, suddenly if you're 2 frames ahead, that's massive. If Steve actually, let's just say Steve breaks and clears here, not obviously he's in a dominant position on the scoreboard, but he's in a dominant position as far as the time is concerned as well.
We're going to see that sooner or later, aren't we? Somebody break and clean up.
Honestly, I expect to see quite a number of them throughout the tournament. But
another dry break.
Yeah, it's surprising me. They don't seem to be splitting well. I will note though, it's very humid in here, and I do believe the humidity will have an impact on how the balls spread, how they're breaking.
Got to go yellows here, surely.
I completely agree with you, mate.
Applause from the other table. Looks like Michael Skirrell on that one.
It's a lovely opener from James, but he's actually ignored both of us, Steve, and he's gone the Reds.
Oh, shows that's why we're commentating. And these guys are playing, Jamie.
Well, I am interested to see what his thoughts are with his black, because while all the other Reds are quite accessible, this black ball does need some attention.
He must, like I say, he must see a path to break up them 2 to the right of the black spot.
So I'm not sure he's going to be happy with that shot. It's like to me, he got the contact he didn't want, but I think he's got the outer ball.
Is that for us or them?
Yeah, he's got nothing. That's what I thought it wasn't the outcome he wanted, so he's had to play a safety shot.
Safety shot? Is that our first safety shot?
Well, he had no choice. It's really a containing shot more than anything, because he's...
Should have gone for yellows, like we said.
Well,
he would have potted out by now.
He's put that red in not a nice position either, just to stay alive in this frame. So Steve will call an extension here, I think. Extension call. Yeah. And that's just because he needs a bit of time to figure out what to do here.
They've been pretty smart with these extensions. I'm very impressed. I would have thought I would have left it in my back pocket just in case, but these guys are smashing them out. If you've got it, use it.
As I said to you, it's a lot of the time you're going to use it early because you're mapping things out. Or the problem for Steve now is if things do get a bit tricky now, he's not going to have that in his back pocket anymore, like you said. So. But even James is in a lot of trouble here. He's Chinese snookered on...
This is that 15-20 minute frame we talked about.
I think this frame will sort itself out fairly quickly because Steve's got an enormous advantage right now. So James has called his extension as well because he's in a real tough spot here, but he knows he's got to move this red off the cushion. Otherwise, he's just got no chance.
Well, that'll make it easy. Both guys have got their extension out of the way early. Don't need to count them anymore.
I like that shot that James has played. Now you might see the timer.
The pendulum swings.
Well, you might see the time being an issue now because this frame's getting messy. So once again, this will be a containing shot. It looks like he's going to play the cut. He's missed it. But you can just see, Steve, these balls they're really messy now. Like this
that opened up though, didn't it?
This has become ugly, this frame. They're all touching one another. They're all impeding one another. And this shot clock is just going to swallow them up now. This is where I can't emphasise enough the difference between a 60-second shot clock and a 30-second shot clock. 10 seconds now, which means technically James would have 40 seconds. And that's okay, that shot. That's just turnover of shot. He's allowed to do that. So that's not a foul, folks. It just means he turns over the shot to the opponent.
That shot clock seems to be going slower now. You know, if we've got into the rhythm, it doesn't seem as short as before.
I can promise you the players don't think that right now.
Probably not, probably not.
As I said, this is messy. It's when the balls are open, the 30-second shot clock is not a problem. The time the shot clock becomes a problem is when you need to work out how to get the upper hand. And sometimes you need to walk around the table, you need to look at all the angles available to you, and you need to work out the best possible solution. And there might be 3 options available to you. You've got to choose the best one within 30 seconds and execute it.
At the moment, it's just a grapple for control of the table.
Yeah,
they might as well put the cues down and start arm wrestling.
Steve's going to try and pot the red here. It's a good shot.
I like that shot.
Yeah,
What's he left him?
And you've got to remember, this rule set, balls over the pockets are death. Because your opponent can pot your ball with their ball, and they can even put the white ball in a position where it's really bad for you. So putting balls out of the pockets while they look good, until your opponent plays a shot and then puts you in trouble, you think, oh, okay, that ball over the pocket was not a good shot.
Well, he did have a shot on. He overcut it.
But
we don't know how much more he could have got of it.
We've probably seen 5 misses this frame, because the balls have gotten ugly, the pressure's on.
I think this is it. This is his visit, mate.
I do believe...
I'm going to call it early.
I think Steve will commit here. I think he's going to try and look at the yellow near the middle, off the other yellow that's near the red over the middle, to open it up.
Push it up.
Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Couldn't ask for it better. He's actually played for the other one, and that's a better option.
If it'll go past that yellow near the pocket.
Oh, well, I think he's going to play it off the yellow near the red, over the middle pocket, and just stun the white ball for the other ball that's near the middle pocket. So that way, he's not even going to look at it.
He's got plenty of options.
He's looked at the shot clock because he knows he's got no extension. Surprised he's playing this shot. The other thing too, that perhaps we can't see is that yellow is just on, and he doesn't need to move it. So we're going to know after the shot, because if it just goes clean, then he'll just play for it now.
Going for it. He's got to go around the table, I think.
I think he's going to try and land near the side cushion.
Staying up.
Right. Well,
corner.
He's definitely taken a different route than what I would have chosen, but as I said, that doesn't mean it was the right one. Maybe this goes from here, does it? No, he's actually going to play it long. Well, there you go.
He must like it, otherwise he would have put more topspin on the white to come back up for it.
I agree. But it looks to me like he's just going to drop this yellow in, try and land on the side cushion and just punch the yellow down the cushion and play for the black. So, and you know what? I don't mind that. He's backing his potting ability. But it's thin. So now see
3 seconds.
See how he looked at that? He got up and looked at it, and he thought, oh my God, the shot clock.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, folks. This shot clock is brutal. It's 30 seconds. There's no time to muck around. There's no time to really have a second guess at yourself. You need to be 100% with...
Putting bottom on this. Come back. This is a tough pot.
Now, I can tell you now as well, the reason Steve stood up to have another look at the shot is because he realises too much angle. He's going to have a shot that's further away. So I think he would have toyed with the idea in his head of playing it off 2 cushions with left-hand side, and the left-hand side would have, off the bottom cushion, would have straightened it up and got him up the table. He would have got closer on the ball. But as soon as the timer ticked, he's like, oh, I've just got to play a shot. And so he's just taken his medicine and played the long shot.
Oh,
that's uncharacteristic from James. And once again, he heard the beeps. I know I'm harping on it, folks, but this 30-second shot clock is it's going to produce mistakes from players because they're not used to it yet.
It just proves what a big element it is, Jamie, when you keep mentioning it. You know, to the people sitting at home watching this and not walking around this table with a cue in their hand, it brings it home, that added pressure of the shot clock. That's surprising too. You go into events 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, maybe not 3 and 4 so much, but definitely 5 and 6, they'll have adapted to it, they'll be more used to it, and you won't see this as much. So, you know, if you're sitting at home and thinking, oh, these guys aren't very good because they've missed a few shots this frame, don't be fooled. Some of this is very new for them as well. This is, as I said, this is revolutionary, this system over here. And don't forget its pockets, right? Next time there's an event on, it might be a 40-second shot clock.
That is a sensational shot. I think he's just a little straight. Would have loved a little bit of angle there so he could just stun out to the middle of the table for the ball in the bottom left. He might still be able to, but if anything, he can screw back to for the middle ball in the middle pocket.
Rattled. They rattle on these tables.
Yeah, look, if I was ever going to have a criticism about the Supreme tables, that is that when you miss a ball down the cushion like that, you actually don't get punished for missing. It sits over the cushion, over the pocket. Whereas on the 8-ball tables that we normally play in Australia, if that hits the jaws, it just spits out and goes to side cushion or whatever.
Look at that for a shot. What a shot.
Yeah, I
thought he might try and double that the length of the table.
And well, that's the right shot because these rule sets allow you to play that shot.
That is a top shot.
If anything, he's probably underhit it. He would have loved the yellow ball to come up more to the centre of the table. But having said that, maybe he was trying to play a snooker on both balls too.
Well, it looks like he can hit it, or at least hit that right rail, left rail first.
He's going to play big doubly and try and run the white through. He's hit the jaw though. He might have got lucky.
No. Be good if it covers though.
No,
He'll use that.
He has actually got a little lucky. Because the obvious pocket was the one where the red's covering now, so...
We know that yellow is still cut into the top right, though. Or it could even play safe. One of my stupid shots, double that the length of the table to get it over that bottom right pocket.
No, I think the only option is to take this pot on. That's a lovely shot around the ankles.
Steve Woods 3-zip.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure how much time's left, but that's going to be a factor now. So 30 minutes, we're halfway through this match, and he's 3-0 down. And he's thinking to himself, well, we just played 3 frames in 30 minutes, and I've got to get 4-3 up.
Yeah.
Well, that's mentally straight away, he's thinking, I've got to get on with this, and I can't make any mistakes.
Got 7.5 minute frames to get 4 in, and he can't lose one.
And this is what I mean. I personally thought James was favoured to win this tournament, one of them at least. And right now he's getting trounced 3-0 with 30 minutes to go.
Huge break.
He's found the ball. I think that's the first ball off the break this match.
Yellow potted.
I think you'd like reds here.
Yeah, there's a simple red into the left middle.
I do expect him to get these, and you know what? He wants to get through them pretty quick.
Don't forget, guys, in the international rules, you need to get 4 points on a break. You get a point for every ball across the halfway line. That's the line between the 2 middle pockets, or a ball potted. As you can see, there's still 5 balls past the middle of the table and a ball potted, so we've got plenty of points. I don't see we're going to see many foul breaks in this tournament. But it's just a quick note of the rules for those people that don't know the international rule set.
And obviously he's just overhit that, James. Not a good shot. Won't be happy with that. But obviously the reason that rule exists is so that way the game's not slowed down.
Going for a tight cut into the middle. Gets it.
It's an excellent recovery shot from James.
You know the hardest thing about doing this? We don't know what's happening under the table.
may call it extension here.
He's not happy, but it'll work.
He's okay here. Didn't probably want that kiss, but he can actually play this and come up and get pretty straight on the left-hand side of the three. The right hand, as you're probably looking at it on screen. And that's perfect.
Fine shot.
Would have loved to have come just another half a foot.
Yeah.
Just so he can drop it in. You know, now he's got to come off the cushion and, you know, just make. Oh, he's got the other ball. That's even better.
Playing the one in the centre. Of the table, I mean, not the pocket.
Didn't realise he was on that. My bad.
But this will work well, especially if that black goes into the bottom right.
Even that shot, I think he's off angle. He would have liked to have been able to run up the table. Now he's probably got to play off the cushion with left-hand side. So he's just not right on at the moment, James. So he's had to put a lot of effort into that shot. Like he's had to work the wide off two rails when it could have just been a run through. You know,
Yeah.
if he had got the right angle. So he's not quite there yet. Oh, and that's just pressure.
Ooh, it nearly went in off in the middle as well.
That's just scoreboard pressure right now. It's time and scoreboard pressure. And I have to say now, I think this match is already over for James. I think, Steve, it's almost sinful for a player to lose at this level with this many balls on the table and your opponent just has the black. You're very upset with yourself if you somehow lose a frame from here. I mean, obviously there's a few things to deal with here, Steve. He's got that ball on the cushion. Obviously he's going to play this one and just come off the side cushion and bump the other yellow and try and,
Promote it.
Yep. Probably to the centre pocket. Oh, he's got
Not even went around it. He's just playing the same shot 3 times, I think.
And the good thing for him is he kind of, I won't say a shot to nothing, but he can just drop this ball down the cushion and not leave a straightforward shot on the black. Yes, he'll still leave an opportunity if he were to miss the yellow. But given the way Steve's queuing right now, I actually expect him to get these. So I don't think he'll roll this. I think he'll play this committed, where he'll draw the white ball back, play for the ball that's near the balk line. And why wouldn't you? You're 3-0 up. You're feeling good.
Yeah, exactly. If he gets 4. We've now got 25 minutes to go.
There you go. He's played that. He's committed fully to that.
That one didn't rattle, did it? We've seen a few rattle today. That wasn't one of them.
He's queuing well, Steve. And look, he's a great queuist. And the great thing that Steve has in his arsenal is he's always a great queuist. Even when he's not playing well, he's a great queuist. He's queuing the ball well. Whereas other players, they need to find their action. Tell you what, that was risky.
Oh.
It's a lovely looking shot. I don't know if he had to go to that much effort, but
Backed himself. In the 4th frame to play a shot like that.
it's a lovely shot.
This is an education in pool here.
I'll tell you what, I don't see a way back here for James. I really don't. But for the SA fans out there, I hope I'm wrong. Oh, geez, that rattled.
Didn't want to go in.
And I'll tell you right now, if this cloth wasn't new, that probably wouldn't have gone.
25.
And look, credit where credit's due. Steve's 3 frames, he's not made a single error. He's cleared off the error of James Delahunty. And that 3rd frame was very scrappy, where both players missed a number of shots. But honestly, Steve has been the better player this match so far, and I think the scoreline reflects that accordingly. So,
Oh, red drops, top left. What a break.
and for those familiar with these guys as well, obviously, you know, Steve Woods, his nickname's Woodsy. James Delahunty, his nickname's Della. So, you know, they've all actually sort of got nicknames. Mark Robertson's nickname's Robbo. Mick Scary, we just call him Scary. Most of them have just got a sort of a bit of a nickname. So Steve once again off the break calls the extension. It's honestly is probably the most used time to call the extension, unless the ball's straightforward.
I would not be surprised if after this the first event would change the shot clock, even 40. You know what I mean? An extra 10 seconds would make a hell of a difference.
I don't think they will.
No,
no. I thought it was a bold move from TJ to change it from 45 to 30. I thought it was a very bold move to do it. I don't know if the players are upset by it at all, but at the end of the day, you get given conditions, you've got to deal with them. But I don't think it'll change. I'm pretty sure in the UK they're playing with a similar shot clock.
Are they?
They might be playing 45-15. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But this is obviously, you know, there's nothing boring about this.
Oh, lovely shot up the rail. Even
when the players are missing, it's fast-paced.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to get on with it. Now, this all looks fantastic, but where's this black ball going? And unless there's room under the yellow, which there could be, but just for this particular match only, we're not blessed with having the same view as the people at home. So,
so if you can ring up and let us know at home if that black will go in the bottom right, just send me a text. Oh, well, he must think it's going to go.
I have to assume it goes the way he's played these.
Yeah, he's looking at it now.
There's no way he'd not try and get on a double or an extraction or something.
If he goes for the fine cut on this red, though, the white's going to go anywhere and everywhere.
No, he'll be happy to take this off side cushion, bottom cushion, just get in the middle of the table. It's a matter of how he feels. He's already using his extension, so he knows he's got to get on with it.
He looks uncomfortable.
I think it's going to be closer to the corner than he likes. Yeah, it was.
Get out.
And that was the problem. That was what he's concerned about.
Well, he looks okay. He doesn't look worried by it.
No,
he's on it. He's on it.
Shot.
He's getting down on it. He's potting it.
Oh, it went clean. Well, there you go, folks. The people at home probably thought we're absolutely crazy, wondering if that black went or not, because we can't quite see the same view, but there you go. Steve is putting on a clinic.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're sitting to the side of the table. We wish we had a better view, but it is what it is. It's the first weekend. We'll get these mistakes. So, 5-zip up, Steve Woods. We've got 22 minutes left, I reckon.
Yeah, this is dead and buried for me. You've got to run 6 racks in 22 minutes with your opponent having a say in it. It's a tall order.
And it'd be nice just to get one under his belt. You won't want to walk away with a 0.
Look, it's not impossible for him to do it, but it's very close.
Yellow drops off the break. Obviously, international rules, so it's still open table, and you do not have to nominate, unless, of course, it's questionable. You know, there's 2 balls sitting next to each other.
Well, I do believe he's taken the right balls here, yellows. I think that yellow down the bottom corner there provided far too much problems.
Yeah, that one yellow tying up 3 reds.
Yeah, and I think they all go, to be honest. So
I think the problem is if he leaves that, let's call it the safety yellow till last, he's got to get down the table off that yellow to the black.
No, I think he'll get rid of it next, after this shot.
See, that's the kind of shot in world rules you're like, no, I'll leave that there. That's me banker. That's tying his balls up.
I think in this situation, regardless of the rule set, the top players will always limit these balls quickly.
Yeah.
Because if they've made their mind up to commit, this is not a good ball to get on the black with. So the whole point of this is to pick the ball you're going to get on the black with. So you're kind of mapping the out backwards.
Yeah, that's the difference between like pub and league pool to this.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? In normal real pool, you would leave that ball till last. Now that them 3 reds aren't going to jump over it.
I agree with you completely. And he's just got to get really pretty straight on his last ball here. Into the corner.
Oh, beautiful.
No, he's overplayed it. I think he's overplaying this in the middle now and try and hold the white maybe.
I think this is fine. Topspin.
No, I think
the white's not going to run into the black, is it?
I think he's got a bad angle. For me, James's white ball's not been good. So he's really getting into this white ball. He's going to play a deep screw.
What a shot.
Brilliant shot.
Do it the other way. Great shot.
That's a brilliant shot.
I'll be honest, I didn't even see that.
And I know I sound harsh, but he shouldn't have to do that. And James knows that himself. It should have just been a simple run-through of about 4 inches.
Yeah.
Without the need to play some deep screw shot up and down the table. So, as I said, for me, the white ball for James Delhoney is just not there right now. And honestly, I would have to say, if I look at James' history in tournaments, he's a bit of a slow starter. He needs time to get going as well. But unfortunately, in this format, there's no time to get going. Now, this is interesting. A dry break. James straight to the table.
He's got to be. He can't wait.
Yellows will be the balls.
He needs to run out after run out.
Yeah, this is sort of a breath of fresh air for James, because if he can get these, it's 4-2 with probably, I don't know, 15 or 16 minutes to play.
18 maybe. 5-1 up.
That stacks the time. At least to force a 6-red shootout. Oh, sorry, Steve's 5-1 up, not 5-2, not 4-1. So yeah, this is still a tall order for James, to be honest. But he got to get on with it. He's got to run these quick. Just looking at the ball on ball here, but he also left himself an angle to go into this yellow just in case he didn't like it. But he likes it.
Nice shot. Very controlled shot.
Just got to be real carefully that because this is the only ball he's going to be on once he plays it, so he's got to play it delicately.
Oh!
And he's missed it. Now the reason that's happened is because he wanted to make sure that he was still on that yellow, so he's kind of undercompensated the angle.
Yeah. Steve at the table, 5-1 up at the moment. Race to 8, don't forget.
I will be honest with you, Steve. I would like to see the shot clock go back to 45. And the only reason I say that is I do feel that there are quite a number of uncharacteristic mistakes being made by some players that they probably wouldn't normally make with a touch more time, where they can process things a bit better.
Oh, left that one.
But having said that, it's all a matter of adapting, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
You give them this for the rest of their lives, they're going to adapt.
Just got the heads up, guys. We've got 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes, so 45 minutes gone.
So 15 minutes left, and he's at the table. A chance to go 5-2 at this visit, and 15 minutes to basically win 3 frames to force a shootout where his opponent has to not win a frame. I don't know how you feel about that, ladies and gentlemen. For me, that's a tough gig.
That's delayed.
That's a good shot. I feel he has to take this cut on the yellow now that he's just looking at it. It's near the black. He's decided no, but I feel like he sort of has to. Unless he's got a path between the black and the reds, it's not too bad. He may leave this yellow till last. Yep, that's what he's going to do. He's going to leave it till last. He's given himself a pretty good angle there. I think he's good here.
Middle, then run up.
Yep, I think he can pick the angle. He's got a pretty good area to land in as well. And the black will go to both middles, so...
Nice shot. Nice shot.
I do believe he'll let this run a little. And I don't think he'll try and just hold.
The black in the middle.
I think he's going to let the white ball go across the other side of the table, though,
Yeah.
for the black in the middle.
Yeah.
Looks to me like he's got a bit too much angle, but he's hitting it low, so maybe he feels he can hold. He's going to play a drag shot.
Pot the yellow.
He's playing a drag shot.
Oh, going for the black in the
He's used the red to
left
hold the
centre.
white.
Huge comeback.
Well, he needs everything to go right. So 5-2. Has James found his rhythm a bit late?
The quicker he racks them, the better.
James just asked Steve a question. Steve's not sure. I'm not sure what James wants to know. Maybe he wants to know how much time's left.
I think he's asking for his $2 back out the table.
He might actually be asking if the timer stops for the referee racking. I mean, this is really interesting. I don't know if the timer's still going while this is happening or not.
No, the game clock is not. It's 1 hour to go to woe. It's not like a timeout in World Rules, is it?
Well, I'm not sure what James asked there, but I'm going to find out from Dakota.
Here we go. Another dry break there from James.
Okay, from what I've just been told, I think James is querying that he thought Scott penalised him a frame for grabbing the balls and throwing them back down. I think before the wide it stopped, but possibly. Didn't quite catch what he said, but anyway, either way, there was no penalty, so
Same again.
Scores 5-2.
Anyone at home rewind that, because that's a game that James won, so...
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that rule.
Yeah, we've seen them called, we've seen them not called. Obviously, it depends on the level of the event, the mood, shall I say, the atmosphere it's played in.
Having said that, though, it was emphasised to the players to not touch the balls while the white ball's still moving, and it was emphasised very strongly as well, well before this tournament started. So. Now, see that shot there?
Yep.
It's just underhit it a little bit.
Yeah, same again.
I felt it was just... I felt that he played it a little tentatively.
And it was quite a bit underhit, wasn't it? It needed 6 inches on it, not 3.
Yeah. I'm surprised at that because he's 5-2 up. At the same time, he probably wants to consume as much shot clock as possible and stay at the table as long as he can.
Sweet shot, very sweet shot. Left himself 2 options. The red near the black spot into the corner, or the red near the middle of the table into the top right.
Yeah, this is getting tricky though. His real problem is his ball on the bottom cushion here. It doesn't link very well to anything. May even leave it till last. Just get back out the centre table and deal with
this. This is going to run into the yellow and the black. This will be interesting.
I think you can dodge him.
Kiss the black to the rail.
Oh, I'll tell you what, couldn't have turned out worse for him, but
James is up quick.
Luckily for Steve, James's balls are not ideal, and it's going to be tough to run these out, especially with the black on the cushion.
Oh,
it's a lovely shot. So he sort of knows he's got to get on with it.
All over table one.
Scary one on the other table. And I'll tell you what, if it's race to 7, I think he's won that pretty convincingly. 7-1, well, that's a smashing.
7-1, wow.
I did actually say that I thought Joel might not like the shot clock. I didn't actually see the match, so I don't know how it panned out, but having said that, that might be the first time Michael Skerry's ever won as a favourite.
Next up on that table is Justin Sajic versus Rusty Wheeler. On this table, we've got 2 Victorians, Mark Robertson and Ben Noonan, up on this table next.
James,
now, I said that would probably switch them around on us, but that's the way it's supposed to go.
James has just tried to move the yellow on the cushion. Now he's probably forced to take it on. Now there's just no doubt in my mind this black is just going to be left for a double if he gets that far. That's a great
shot.
And you can see him speeding up now, James.
He's got no choice.
Excellent shot as well. He gives himself
a
great chance to play.
What would you do?
Wherever he wants for the double here.
Backspin this and then roll the black all the way to the top right?
No, he's just going to play for a double.
Go for the double?
Yep. Looks pretty good, this. Looks pretty straight.
Not hanging about.
That's straight in.
What a shot. Great out.
So I think he's got what's about 9 minutes now as a guess? At a guess?
Gotta be.
5-3.
Cheers.
I'm just going to find out how much time's left because it matters. Woodsy's gone. Get off the table, James. It's my break. Nice try, buddy.
Aaron, how long we got?
Might be less than 9 minutes.
Steve to break.
He's found a ball that won't please James at all because it's an opportunity for Steve to just take his time, run the shot clock down if he wants to. I think he's going to go reds.
Play your extension and your opposition's extension, you reckon?
Yeah, 6 minutes left, folks, so I actually think James is in trouble. Only because Steve's at the table. If this was an open table and James got the table, then I'd give him every chance.
Extension called.
Lovely opener. Hampered queuing. I can't remember. I think I said Steve would take reds too, so there you go. That's why I'm not out there playing, Steve. And when I look at these balls, yeah, they're pretty good, the yellows.
It's hot out here as well, isn't it? It's not even a warm day, but these guys are sweating. I'm not far off it.
Well, they've got that light on them all day.
Oh, true.
They've got to be hot out there.
Good crowd, good atmosphere down here at Pockets and Tullamarine. First pro series of the Pockets Rain. Historical day down here. It's a pleasure to be here commentating today. Steve Woods.
This is beautifully mapped out from Steve because the tricky ball is really the yellow near the black, and he's going to link to it off it quite nicely off the yellow near the two reds at the bottom pocket. So just wants to make sure he gives himself angle to come off the cushion here, so he's not hampered with the final shot, and he's done that.
He could play it now. He could play the one nearest the rail, then that yellow next to the black down, all the way up to the top left.
He's actually playing some bottom. Oh, he's going to play for the middle, is he? Wow, I don't know about that shot.
Yeah, I think he's
actually tried to pick the gap.
Beautiful shot. That yellow might even go in the middle.
Yeah, I actually thought he wasn't on that, so that's...
Problem is, I don't think the black will go in the bottom right. Whereas if he plays the yellow to the top left, then the black will go in the bottom left.
I think he's got an angle just to stun back a little bit and play it in the corner.
Just push the black towards the centre?
No, just stun back a little bit and play it in the corner.
Oh, yep. Beautiful. What would we...
Actually, he's probably going to play it in the middle, to be honest.
What would we give Mermate for a roving mic so we could actually walk around the table and get a better angle?
Yes.
Great finish. Great finish.
And that has cemented the defeat of James Delahunty this match. No doubt about it. There's probably about 4 minutes left now. Probably three. And James knows he's just going to go up and break the balls and try and run out in about 14 seconds and hope for a result.
The way it started, he'd be able to get 3 under his belt. I know I would if I was in his shoes, even though them shoes do look a bit pointy.
Yeah, I think the first two frames were a bit of a telling point for me where Steve just capitalised on errors from James. And then that scrappy frame. If James won the scrappy frame, then you'd say, okay, this is still alive. But once that scrappy frame consumed some shot clock and it wasn't in his favour as well, and you're 3-0 down, you're kind of thinking, geez, I've got a fair bit to do here.
But we can definitely see the guys have got used to the atmosphere, the table, the shot clock. You know what I mean? Already. some of them long shots and down the rail shots, they're playing so much better in the first two than in the first two frames.
Yeah, as far as the atmosphere is concerned, I don't think any of the players will be, I think they're all comfortable with that because they've played in a lot of tournaments over the years where they have a huge number of people. There's been live streams, all that sort of stuff. But the shot clock is, for me, is the big one. And I think the pressure of the event too, first event, wanting to do well.
2 minutes to go.
I'm telling you now,
Race.
I don't know who Steve plays next, or the winner of whoever, but they're going to have their hands full.
Well, if it runs true, Steve will be playing the winner of Mark Robertson and Ben Noonan. And Michael Skeary, who won on table one, will play in the winner of Justin.
I can tell you right now, if Ben beats Mark, he has absolutely no chance to beat Steve. And I'm only saying that off statistical facts because
huge call
of all the players that Ben Noonan has played, of at least 8, he cannot beat Steve Woods. It is a statistical fact. You'll even ask Ben himself. He just cannot beat Steve Woods.
Did somebody order a parrot? There's a bloke just turned up here on a crutch. He's lost his parrot.
Yeah, we've got the Jake McCartney sitting next to us. He's broken his ankle. He's walked in on a pair of crutches.
He's torn the ligaments. It's not broken. He's playing the next round. And it's all over. Great game. Thanks, guys.
Very well played, Steve Woods. We'll take a break, guys. We'll be back for the next match. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have Ben Noonan versus Mark Robertson. Steve, back in commentary with me, mate.
Here we go again. Ben to break. Huge break. Some tables aren't in the same suburb.
It's actually a clustered
Some
break.
ballsy.
You probably won't be happy with it. It's ugly. Now, before we get into this match, Steve, who is your prediction for this match?
Can I toss a coin?
You can if you want. Which title did it land on, Ben or Robbo?
I'm going to go Ben. I don't even remember who I predicted last time.
Well, I've thought long and hard about this match. I actually thought with the 45-second shot clock, I placed Mark as a very big advantage based on what I'd seen on online pool. But now with this 30-second shot clock, we saw what an impact it can have on players. And when Ben gets going, he's probably the fastest player of all 8. But sometimes it takes him a while to get going. But I just think, no one's put Ben as favourite in this match. And I just sense an upset. I don't know why. I just think this shot clock and the occasion and the expectation on Mark to win might be his undoing. But we will soon see.
At least we got a better view this time, if you can see that screen all the way over there.
Yes.
We needed that.
Now, the problem for Ben here is obviously he's committing to these balls, but they're not great. But he knows that Mark's reds are pretty ugly as well, so he's having a go.
Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, he's giving himself a good angle here to go into the red and yellow here if he feels he needs to. Just looking at the table, it looks like there is a gap that he can land to play the yellow clean, but the transition obviously to the last yellow is tricky. So I don't think it's... That's a great shot. Now, the reason I don't know if you saw on screen there, he did a little bit of a hop, step and jump type thing. Now, the reason he wanted that is he just wanted these a little closer because he wants to double kiss off the red.
Oh, to kick the white out.
Yeah, he wants to bring the white out, so he doesn't want to hit the red full and leave the white there. He just wants to double kiss, so he's playing a bit of right-hand side.
Because he didn't want to be behind the red.
There you go. You can actually see the white ball spinning. He played with a little bit of right-hand side just to promote that angle a little more. And he didn't overplay it either. So he's backing himself here to cue this ball nicely. And I'll tell you what, if he gets these... That's a great
shot.
This has been, I'll tell you
shot.
now, from what I watched the other match, and now this has been the best clearance I've seen so far already today.
It's like he's been playing on this table for the last 6 hours.
Well, I did say when he broke, I said, this is ugly, this is not a nice spread. And he's actually done that pretty comfortable. I'm telling you now, guys, and I'll be honest with you, on TV right now, I counted Ben Noonan out of this. I said, I didn't say openly in public, but I said to people privately, and I'm happy to admit this because I love to be proved wrong. I said Ben Noonan is past his prime. He cannot be the player he used to be.
He's sitting in the corner at the moment with a towel around his neck. Looks like Muhammad Ali in round 9.
He's ready. He loves it. All these guys are very competitive. He's ready.
He's focused.
And I've always loved watching Ben as a player, and he has an enormous fan base. He's very popular. And the reason he's popular is because he's a shot maker. He's probably the best shot maker of the 8 players, probably followed by Rusty Wheeler.
So Mark broke, red in left centre.
The thing that Ben doesn't have in his advantage is he's probably the worst breaker of the 8 players. Loves to find the middle pocket with the white, and just generally doesn't have that same consistency that a lot of the other players have with the break.
Robbo could do with an ad here. Just put the pressure back on, you know what I mean?
Look, it would not surprise me if we see a bit of back and forth in this match as far as clearances go.
I mean, they know each other well, but just in this setting to say, whatever you can do, I can do too. You know what I mean?
And
don't forget I'm here.
These two have played each other in finals at state title level, in state title level to win the Victorian title multiple times. look, I couldn't tell you the head-to-head record. I bet you both of them can.
Wow.
But
be interesting to know.
It would be pretty split.
Rushy just won the second on table 1, 2-zip.
That's an excellent shot from Mark. Excellent shot. Would have loved the white ball to travel another inch, just so he's fairly straight on this red, so he can drop it in.
He doesn't move the cue ball far, but another inch would have made a difference.
Yeah, and that's the key to this game on these tables is just good little clean shots, no crazy white balls. Unless it's absolutely required, of course. But you watch the top players all around the world. They don't move the white ball a lot unless they absolutely have to.
Extension called there.
Yeah, and the reason Mark's called his extension is this is a tricky little shot. He wants to get a little nudge on the red, and he needs to get it right. Well, that's not too bad.
It'll work. Red middle, red middle.
I think this red goes to the corner. Yeah, the red goes to the corner, so he's fine here. He's absolutely perfect, in fact.
Oh, yeah. He's playing this so he can get the black into the bottom right.
Well, the black goes to both pockets, so bottom left I think will be his choice. Although he might just drop it in. Depends on how he
I
feels.
think he'll go bottom right. It looks a bit...
No, he's stunning it. He's playing bottom left.
You're right. Looking at the table, I didn't think he'd go bottom left. Now look at the screen, you're dead right.
Yeah, and I'll
There
use
we
that
go.
to my advantage then, Steve. Sorry to...
Whatever you can do, I can do better. 1-1.
And I do
Table 2.
suspect we may see a bit of this, folks. The quality of both players on display.
We're not... I don't think we're going to see anybody need more than what? What would we call? Anybody need more than 4 visits?
Yeah, as I said, you saw frame 3 of the previous match where it did get really ugly and clustery, and that's when you're going to see multiple shots. Both players missed a lot of balls in as well. I really don't see a lot of tactical stuff happening this match. Definitely not from Ben. Mark, maybe, depending on how the balls are, but Ben will more likely try and develop them. It's the way he plays. He's always played that way, and that's why he's got a big fan base, because he makes things happen.
Ben.
Finds a ball,
potted.
and I can also say I watched Ben having a hit on this table early, and he did practice the break.
Well, funny you say that, because on the other table, I was watching Mark Robertson having a break, and Scary just kept racking him for it. Racking him for it.
That's because every player of this 8 know that the most important shot in the match, in the frame, sorry, is the break. You get a good break, you get first opportunity, you win the frame. So, yeah, no surprises there that Ben's taken reds.
This could be another out.
They're very much there. Really, the only ball he's got to make sure he lands on pretty neatly is the ball that's to the right-hand side of the table as you see it. It doesn't go to the corner. I think the yellow just slightly covers it, so he'd probably have to play for the middle.
Or even bottom right.
So he's just going to drop this in now and play for the middle now. So he's already mapped this out. So
yeah, it's the ball after this next ball, isn't it?
this to me is the key shot, because he wants an angle to transition. This ball that's in the middle of the table looks really basic, but it only really goes to a couple of pockets. So
Nice. Where does it go?
actually,
It'll go to the top right.
I'm actually wondering if he's going to slide past the red for the corner, for the top right corner.
Yeah, I was just looking at that myself.
But to me, I'm looking at the
He's got to play the white off the rail on this shot.
looking at the screen. It looks like he might be going into it. So it looks like he's going to stun it and go between the yellows. He's missed the pot. Missed
Tried
the
to
pot.
hold for the middle. First miss in this frame 3.
Now, how crucial will it be? Honestly, I look at the table and I think Mark actually clears these. Nothing's impeding him. They're all accessible.
Yeah, even that one on the baulk line, it's a good 1.5 inches, 2 inches off.
Yeah, and he's going to get on it straight away. It's just white ball control here. He's even left himself a little angle just so he can pull the white ball off the cushion and have good cueing on his next visit.
Plenty of time. Didn't force it.
I think he's underhit that a little bit. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't roll that in, so he could play the white ball up to the high or low end of the table as you view it, So he would have had multiple options. So I'm a little surprised about how he's chosen to play that shot. And unless that's what he wanted and he's just underhit it. But it looked to me like he played like a little.
He's got similar to Ben, though, in that yellow in the dead centre of the table, the one he's going to have to do a little bit of work on. I'm surprised he left himself that. I thought he'd want to play that yellow to the bottom left.
This does go to the corner, but he's still a little off angle.
Is he trying to promote here, I wonder? Try and push that red away from the yellow centre of the table.
He's going to call the extension here because I think he realises this is the shot. I think he's got a deep screw off the bottom cushion and back up the table. Yep, that's what he's done, and he's played that pretty well. I won't say great, but pretty well.
That is tight. I'm sitting dead in line with that shot, and I don't think that yellow will go in the middle pocket.
I think it will. But he's got to hit it absolutely spot on. The problem is, you've got to drop it in.
He thinks it will go.
And I don't know that he'll actually have a good shot after it. I don't know if the white ball will travel far enough to go past the red for this ball in the bottom
yeah, good point.
The bottom right. So,
and he can't play the other ball.
Did he just call an extension that time?
Yeah.
He did. I thought he called it the shot before,
no,
so my bad.
That's his extension, 15 seconds.
He's actually digging into this, so where's he going? Oh, he's playing the other ball.
Yeah, he's playing the other yellow into the middle.
Oh, no,
Same middle.
He played
Use the red. Does that mean I was right and it wouldn't have gone anyway?
Well, I don't think he meant that, but it's a great outcome. Played it well. Played it very well.
There's a finish here now.
Not only that, the soft screw on that shot and the control was excellent. World-class shot. And I'll tell you, he didn't do it easy, but he did it.
Just coming down on 46 minutes to go. 2-1 to Mark Robertson.
So I don't know if you heard the cheer there. That's actually Mark's wife, Susie. She's in the crowd. Gives him a look of appreciation. Say, yes, that was excellent. Well done, Mark.
Right in his corner there for him.
Yes, and no surprises. So is Michael Scary in his corner. His other wife.
I hope there's no coaching going on over there.
Not sure Mark had listened to him. Although after the excellent performance Mick just put on his first match, maybe he would. I know we're only early in this match. It's 2-1 to Mark. This is actually a very important break.
Yeah. Big difference between 3-1 and 2-all.
Absolutely. Bro, he's timed the ball beautifully. He's found the ball. And, well, I think he's going to take reds.
Wow.
Having said that, though, the red near the black is tricky.
I think it will go long.
This is actually a really interesting frame because yellows are better other than that yellow that's near the red. So what he might do, he might play yellows, pop the yellow in the corner that the white ball's near, and then he might play the yellow onto the red and cover the pocket.
Yep, looks like that's what he's going to do, Jamie.
Yeah, I think this is the right option.
And he's doing it now. He's not going to save it till
That's
later.
what I mean. This is the right shot. You just kill the white, but just cluster it in there. Just play this with a little bit of topspin,
So
and
you
just try and bury it in there.
international rules, guys, so you can pop your opponent's ball
There
and
you
get
go.
your ball first. It's just a loss of turn, no foul.
I'm a little surprised he didn't play it a little straighter to try and push the yellow a bit, but having said that, he's really buried that white very nicely under the yellow there.
The only shot I can see for Ben is the red near the black going all the way down the table.
And you know what? It's not that small a pocket with that yellow sitting there, so I think he's going to take it on, and I think he has a chance to get these. I really do.
If it rattles, it's not the end of the world. Hit the rail early.
Oh, he's missed the red.
Didn't even cover
Missed
the
the yellow.
Not happy with himself.
And I just slowly, that missed pot of Ben in the middle of the previous frame, just feel the wind coming out of the sails after that missed shot as well. The problem with playing Mark, if you've ever played him before, if you're home watching and you're listening to this, if you've ever played Mark before, the hard part about playing someone like Mark is you have to punish him for every mistake he makes, otherwise you probably will lose, because he doesn't make many.
Well, several people have put Mark down as the winner of the tournament and of the whole series. So,
and when you do make a mistake against Mark, generally you get punished for it as well. So he really is a complete player, and I honestly classify him as the best cueist in the country. Now, when someone says a cueist, there's two components I put to a cueing. There's one is the actual action, the part that looks really nice. So he's down there now, he's cueing the ball, and then there's this part, the delivery of the cue to the white ball,
the timing.
Yeah, and I believe that his cueing is the best in the country. His delivery is right up there, but amazingly, I think Jake McCartney has the worst cueing action of all the top players I've seen, but his delivery is by far the best. And that just shows how important the delivery of the shot is, because you can decelerate, you can not get through the ball properly, and all that beautiful looking action that you've got, the 1-2 pause and bang, it means nothing unless you deliver the cue properly on the final strike.
I think in that group session yesterday, Mark Robinson did say if anyone's got a better cueing action than himself in this group, it was James.
And I find that really surprising, because I don't think James' action is that good. The reason James is such a good player is his ability to dedicate himself to putting time in is amazing. I think of every player in this room, James's level of dedication when he decides to commit himself is the best. But I don't think... The way I look at it is, let's say all 8 of these players stepped away from the table from 2 years and didn't hit a ball, and then they had to come back and play. Who would come back and just settle in the best?
The person with the best action.
Correct. And I think that's Mark. I mean, you need to look at his background and how he grew up. He grew up with a guy who's now a professional snooker player.
Top 5.
Right. One of the best in the world, the best Australia's ever produced, and that's his brother. He had to grow up alongside that, and and not only that, their father made him put a lot of time in as well. They said, you want to commit to this is what you've got to do. So he was quite blessed in that regard.
Yeah, it's that dream growing up, isn't it? For all of us, standing next to a pool table.
Oh, it makes me filthy, because I didn't start playing until I was 16 and had none of that.
Funny enough, I started at 16 as well, and it was on the snooker table.
Oh, I remember Ben as like a little 10 or 11 year old or whatever he was, just a little midget, and he was absolute little superstar. You could just tell he was going to be great. Jake himself, Jake grew up in Ballarat, where I live as well, and we played hours and hours once I moved back there. And I knew he was going to be something special as well, because he just didn't quit. He just wanted to keep playing no matter whether he was winning or losing.
Yeah.
I just knew he was going to be a superstar. It takes a level of dedication to get this good. People think that you can just turn up, pick up a cue and get good overnight. It's not the case. These guys put in hours and hours of time consistently.
I was talking to Jake yesterday, who come back from the UK a month ago, telling me it's the best thing he's ever done. And in another month, he's heading back there.
He is indeed. I think he has a 3-year contract from what I understand. But
wow.
As we speak, Mark has just run through these very systematically. And when I say that, he ran into no problems. He mapped it and he executed it. And this match, as I said... So what actually happened for me in this match? One missed ball from Ben, and then suddenly a snowball effect. Mark hasn't missed a ball since then.
What we got left? 40 minutes to go. No, plenty of time, yeah.
I did not think a time was going to be a problem with this match. I always thought a scoreline was going to happen. It's just a matter of who it went to. I did think it would go frame for a little bit. But Mark, very commanding lead now with 4-1. We've still got 40 minutes left, like you said. There's heaps of time for Ben, but as I said with Mark, you can't make errors. You just can't do it. You generally can't do it with any of these players.
Yeah.
But I just think Mark looks very polished at the moment. Looks clean. And I tell you what, I actually thought the shot clock would get to him a little bit. I thought it might have a bit of an impact on him. But to me, I think he's handling it very well. And I think that makes him really dangerous. And from what I've watched so far, and this match hasn't even finished yet, so I'm presuming he's going to win by saying this, I think he's favourite.
2 reds off the break.
And that's after watching Steve play, but I still feel that Steve looked rushed a couple of times when he played.
Yeah, these guys definitely seem more attuned to the condition than the first game we commentated on. Beauty. Reds in play.
So one tricky red near the yellow here at the bottom end of the table, but as you can see on screen, if he gets the white ball on the side cushion, it will go.
This is the ball I'd pot, and the white goes straight into that left middle.
No, it's not on that shot.
They put bags of right hand side on it to get it to run up the table. Beautiful.
Oh,
Look at that for position.
This is actually beautiful. Now, he actually wants to be really hard up on the cushion here. And the reason I say is if you look on your screen, that red's just slightly off the cushion, so it'll just give him the smallest amount of angle to bring the white ball out for his final ball in the middle. This is really important, this shot.
We saw him look at that earlier.
Oh, he couldn't have hit it better. He could not have hit it better.
He's not played a bad shot yet.
No, he's been clinical. He really has. And this is why I actually thought he might struggle with the shot clock a little bit. But he hasn't fallen out of position to struggle with the shot clock. It's when you fall out of position is when the shot clock becomes a factor. If everything's going neat and tidy for you, then you play the shot within 20 seconds. So the shot clock's just going to 20 seconds now, and he's just about to strike the ball. So he's played that shot in less than 15 seconds, and he'll play this shot in less than 15 seconds as well.
Bit of bottom, hold the white. Before you know it, guys.
Yeah, and this is becoming a smashing purely off just one player just not missing a ball.
Still got only just under 38 minutes to go.
What's really interesting, I picked 3 players at the very start of this. Those 3 players are Mark Robertson, James Delahunty and Michael Scarry. James Delahunty's out of this particular one, but obviously there's tomorrow as well. Now, the reason I picked those 3 players is I know how well James prepares, and I think he's one of the best players in the country, if not the best player in the country, barring Jake McCartney, when he's prepared. But I've seen the amount of time online that Mark and Mick have been putting in together, and, well, you can't deny it.
Yellow ball potted off the break. Ben's got to go yellow, sure.
I think he's going to take reds.
We shall soon see. Don't forget, you don't have to nominate unless it's close. He's called extension.
Yeah, he's just mapping it out.
Got Kira ref in this game, doing a wonderful job. You're right, he's on reds.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is that that red that's on the cushion does pass the yellow, and I just think they link up a little better. Plus, the opening shot allowed more cue ball control too, so...
It's just that red on the right side, neither one on the cushion. I'm worried about where that's going to go.
So, wow, that's a really bad miss, that.
Is that his 3rd or 4th mistake?
I think isn't that only his 2nd miss? He's missed 1 ball. Robbo's just cleared up every shot.
No second chances in this game, guys.
And these yellows are pretty decent. You know, I think Mark's probably going to look at playing the yellow inside the red. If it goes, it might not. I'm just having a look. It looks a bit tight. So if it does, though, he clears it for the other yellow. Probably calls an extension here. He has. Maybe it doesn't go, because otherwise there's no way he wouldn't play it now. So I'm going to say it doesn't go.
Oh, nice shot.
So, considering that doesn't go, that yellow, I have to believe... Well, he's gone for a skill shot. Now, don't forget, Mark, don't forget about the possible yellow onto red. The yellow that's in the balk line, not the one on the cushion, but the one in the open. If he gets behind that, he can play the skill shot on that too. Don't forget about that shot, because that is very gettable on these tables.
And it's straight, so the yellow's got a good chance of following it in.
He's going to have another go at this. He's gone for the skill shot, missed it.
The skill shot, guys, is where you pot your ball, then your opponent's ball, which is legal.
Yeah, you continue shooting. But now I think... So he's got to play this yellow off the red and then play the back double, I believe.
Rail first, then red, then pocket in the perfect world. No.
Oh, he's tried to pop both reds. That's a smart thinking shot.
He's backing himself, thinking that Ben won't pot out from here.
Well,
it's a big risk.
He's tried to pot this red as well that Ben's just about to pot now. Now, if Ben didn't have that shot first shot, that was an excellent shot.
I thought that yellow would have gone behind that red.
Well, it clearly didn't, because otherwise he would have taken it first shot. So I really like the thought process of Mark there. I don't know whether he saw the skill shot that I suggested earlier. I can tell you right now, Mark will 100% go back and watch his stream. He watches all his matches back to see if he can learn anything, see what he did wrong, whatever. Listen to some clown like me try and critique his game and think I know better than he does.
Don't forget I'm here as well, mate. Hi, Mark, if you've gone back and you're watching this. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Ben's capitalising on this chance, and let's face it, he had to. He's flowing. He used 4 seconds of the shot clock on that one.
Well, this is what I mean about Ben and shot clock. He doesn't need a shot clock. But that was a very important frame for Ben. He needs another couple, though. And he needs them quick. 33 minutes on the shot on the timer. Now, I do know after speaking to Steve Woods from his previous match, it's really hot out there. Whether you're under pressure or not, those lights that are above the table, you cannot see on your screen. There is a giant bar of 10 lights that are, I would imagine, are generating a fair bit of heat.
They're LEDs, but there's got to be something coming up. And because, James was struggling at the last one.
Well, Steve said it's so hot out there. And I believe him. I know what it's like under lights to play pool. It's not fun. You feel the heat.
I'm hot sitting here. I don't know about you.
Yes.
Oh! First white we've seen dropped. Now's the time.
Steve actually uses talcum powder as well, he said, to obviously, keep things smooth. He said even the talcum powder wasn't working after a while. So that's how sticky it is out there for the players. So you just remember, that's a factor.
These conditions probably suit Rusty from Queensland.
Well, it possibly could too.
We should check. He might turn the heating up. Benny looks like he's going for red in the middle.
He's a big guy too. I tell you what, given his stature, he handles conditions very well.
Oh, so them Queenslanders, mate, they're different breed. I just spent a week up there, and every day they're telling me, "Oh, you get acclimatised to it." I'm like, "Yeah, when?"
Yeah, it's pretty warm up that way. NT's worse.
Humidity.
I'm surprised. I have to assume the yellow that's on the jaw there, the middle pocket, just doesn't go. It's really hard up. Yeah, it is. So that's why he's taking reds, but he's made a mess of this. Made a real mess of this.
He's got a double. No, they don't play doubles. Hey, can he get that long red, the one on the balk line? It's close, isn't it?
I think it goes to the middle. Oh, you're talking about the long red.
Yeah, the one on the balk line. Will that go to the top right?
Yeah, he's on it, but it's a tough shot. May call the extension.
Yeah, he's called it.
Yep. He's going to take the double on, like you said, Steve. And you know what? It's a pretty big pocket with the yellow there as well.
Don't normally see.
Oh, he's gone the back way.
Reverse. What's his shots?
And that's okay that he's spotted the yellow.
He needed that shot. He's not happy with his position.
And I'll tell you why. It's because when he's just come off the yellow, he's blocked the path for the two reds.
Ah, yeah, I'm with you.
So these reds are really ugly now.
No, he wasn't expecting an easy day at the office.
No, he's going to have to play for another double. Oh, that's not a good shot. That's a really bad shot.
He can't play that ball now, surely. Looking
I'll
at the
tell you what,
two-ball plan.
he got up off the table like, oh, that's what I play for, but that was a shocker.
Frame-winning, deciding shot, yeah, I'm calling. Ooh.
Not good enough, but he does have, as I said,
That was heavy.
a bit of a keepsake in that yellow that's really awful near the middle pocket on the cushion.
At least it now won't go down the rail.
Be interesting to see if Mark actually takes his ball on to the corner where the black is and try and get the little nudge on the yellow near the middle pocket. He does have a pretty decent angle for that. And they call an extension.
Cool.
Tell you what, Stan was worked hard there on the extension. He got it called pretty much last second. He's done well to press the button.
Doing a great job, our timers today, and the referees.
They must be hot too. I can see Stan. He's got a shaved noggin like me, and it's shining pretty hard right now. So he must be feeling the heat out there. Mark's, he may actually have to reserve himself to playing this ball long to the top left-hand corner. I don't really see how he's going to kick it out, and I don't think the double's available because I think he's near the jaw. So
I reckon he's going to leave that one, roll it up, because it'll clear now. And if it rattles, it'll cover the corner pocket of them two reds knees.
well, I'm not really sure he can play it to the bottom left, can he? With where it is, it's so. We're going to find out in a couple of shots which way he chooses to go. But no, you're right. He's going to just play it long.
He can't even. It's a shame he can't use this yellow to promote it, but he's got to hit the pocket.
Well, he must be able to just play it and use the jaw to just pull the white out a little bit. Like
I think he get the white right on the rail, play it all the way up.
yeah, so he's not going to go in off, so he's just going to drop it in. I mean, he's got automatic position on the black. He doesn't do anything with the white.
It's just difficult bridging when you've got two fingers crossed, isn't it?
And he literally he doesn't need to do anything with it. He's just got to roll it in. I know it sounds easy, but even if it gets to the pocket and it sits pretty neat, he's in a good position. Well, he just bangs it in. Well, that's confidence.
It rolled away from the rail as well.
I really love the way he played that, and I'll tell you what, he'll go back and watch that. He'll love the way he played it too.
Couldn't have hit it any better. 6 for Mark.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to do a post-match interview, and I'm going to tell you now it will be with Mark because he's on the hill, and even the timer will kill Benny anyway. And I will bring that shot up with him. He will be absolutely pumped that he played that at pace instead of rolling it down. I'll bring it up with him, and he will be happy with it.
You can see him breathing deep there. He's feeling it.
No, I guarantee in his head he's gone, I'm so glad I played that with authority, because I've been telling myself that for the last couple of years now to play things with authority. Probably even 4 years now.
Race to 7, 6-2 to Mark Robertson. One of the many people's champions, Ben Noonan to break. Dry break. What do you think Mark's going to play here, Jamie?
I think yellows. Now, the reason I say that is they're all on, and although the yellow near the red, where the white ball is right now, looks tricky, it actually links really nicely to the other yellow when you pot it. So I think he's going to play the long ball now that he's just lining up.
Yeah, that's the only one he can pot, I think, at this point.
And this all looks quite nice. So I think this could be...
Ooh.
Didn't want that.
Doesn't look like there's a path to the middle here.
Well, he's got to play the...
There's a gap by the black. Play that one to the top left. Straight down the table, diagonal across the table.
I don't think he will because of the angle. I think he's going to play the 2-ball plant here to the middle. It's pretty gettable.
Yeah, that's what he's going
That's
for.
a
Good
word.
call, Jamie.
Actually, I think it goes clean. It goes clean.
Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. I could not see that angle myself. Back to the...
I think this match is over, folks. I really don't... I think these link up quite nicely. I don't see him missing these. The real key here is probably going to play the ball near the cushion now, play for the ball that's on the bottom cushion, and the key shot will be his transition to the next ball, the yellow in the middle of the table. It's just near the black spot after that. That's, to me, there's the real transitional shot. So here's this shot. He wants a bit of angle. Oh, he's a little straight. Just a little straight.
I think he's going to backspin out of this for the yellow on the black spot to the middle.
Yeah, he may just need to force this a little bit. So you may see him play it with a bit of top left, but not like extreme top, but just above centre left. And it will just force the white out and left a little bit to give him a shot at the middle. Doesn't have to smash it, just got to play it controlled. Oh, he's played for the corner instead.
Yeah, that's what he looked at before.
And that's fine.
Yellow to the top right. Top spin for the white to run down, land around balk.
This is still important that he lands as straight as he can on this yellow.
Top spin, white run.
He's missed the pot. He's missed the pot.
He got the position. Problem is, you don't get points for position.
That's
if
exactly
you don't pot the
right.
ball.
It's not going to matter, though, because, honestly, the scoreline's going to... Oh, actually, it's still 24 minutes left. I mean...
Anything's possible.
But I have mentioned this many times in the past in previous streams, that when you're on the hill and you still have 3 breaks left, you're probably going to get one of them, you know, at this level. So I'm still, obviously, Mark's a massive favourite.
Ben called extension there. Is he going to try and tie up the bottom right? No, he's potting it.
He tried to get on this ugly ball. Hasn't achieved that, and he's back in trouble street now.
He's not happy.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't be against, and that's him playing this ball that's on the cushion and playing a bit of a safety shot to the bottom right corner, like just get a good white ball, but it's not Ben's way.
I think he's playing the ball into the centre.
Well, he's kind of forced to play a shot quick as well. And he's just jumped. He just jumped off that a little bit as well, but it was just because he knew he had to play a shot quick. He kind of rushed it.
He had 2 seconds left.
And this is what I mean. As I said, harping on again, Steve, about the shot clock, but it's a factor. It's a massive factor.
15 seconds gone already. He's got to go for the ball to the top right.
Yeah, the issue he's got here, he's got to play this with a fair bit of topspin.
Yeah, because naturally the white will kick across and sit behind that red.
It's got to be cute. I don't know. He's going to lay it up. That's smart. That's smart. He knows he's got time. Probably didn't play it as well as he wanted to be honest, but he would have loved it neater over the pocket. And this is the shot I wanted Ben to play. The last shot was that safety shot. He could have got the white. He could have got the red off the cushion last shot and played a similar shot.
Rusty's firing the crowd up on table 1. I'd love to know the score over there.
Yeah, I would have loved to have called that match as well, but I think Justin missed an easy yellow. So I won't say easy yellow, but it's sitting over the pocket, so it was obviously a frame-winning yellow.
Rolling up. Good shot.
Well, Ben still with real problems with this red ball at the bottom end of the table, or top end of the table. It doesn't go, except for this pocket that Mark just blocked. So he's in real trouble here. So what Ben's trying to do is obviously just block the access to the ball on the left-hand side of the table.
Because the one on the right, a bit tough cut.
I'm not sure if he's left it or not. It's tough to tell from this angle, from this camera angle that we've got. Well, clearly not, because Mark's electing to play the other yellow.
Is he going to pot it? Oh, no, he's laying up again.
And I'll tell you now, Mark will not be upset with this at all, because this is just destroying the shot clock. Like, we're down to 20 minutes now. Yeah, and not to mention that Mark, you know, Ben can't afford to lose a frame. So no, he's going to try and block the pocket. Geez, I tell you, he wants to be careful there, because don't forget this rule set.
he's not happy, but I don't think he could have done much more with it.
No, I agree with you. Mark may try and play the yellow, double the yellow to the middle, and play the white ball onto the red and pot it.
It's a good leave. Let's see. Let's see what his doubles are like. You don't see many doubles at this level of pool.
He's actually going to try and play the double past the black to the corner and pot the red at the same time, I believe. There you go. That's what he's done, and he's found the pot.
Oh, he apologised.
He apologises, but the thought process was there. And just say he doesn't pot that yellow and it sits near the corner or somewhere in the area. Look what Ben's left with. So do not forget about the execution and the thought behind that shot. Don't just think, oh, how lucky is he?
No. He was playing for it anyway, so.
Absolutely, the red was the key, the priority there. Man, this match is now over, folks.
We might. I might see if Mike wants to go halves on a lottery ticket after this for that shot. Could have been Messi.
I mean, I think it delayed the inevitable, personally, but he took it on. He got a reward for it.
Look at this. Bit long.
Oh, he's overhit that by half a foot. It's terrible, Mark. Terrible.
He's looking at the scoreboard, not the table.
No, he's done it well. It's an excellent win by Mark Robertson. Defeats Ben Noonan 7-2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Mark Robertson. Firstly, Mark, just your thoughts on that match and how you felt you played.
Well, I'm very happy with how I played. I think I only made a couple of mistakes, and even then they were tricky. I don't think I made any real basic mistakes. I had a game plan going to the match, one that I've been working on for 6 months, which is a lot more than I normally put in, and I was able to execute it pretty much to the tee.
Now, frame one, Ben cleared the table, and you're thinking, okay, I've got a match in my hands.
Well, I know what a lot of people have been saying about Ben, and the top players and the players in the loop like yourself know at any moment he just will unleash the beast. And we actually came down yesterday and just had a fun little Scotchies hit for dinner, and he was looking good. And I thought, oh no. And on the way home, Mick Scary actually said, you know what, I think Ben's actually potentially one of the ones to beat. And I said, I think I've got to agree with you. 100%, yeah. And when he came out around the first rack, I wasn't surprised. I thought, I think I've got a bit of Benny involved here. And then I was lucky that, you know, I was probably at the table more than him off the breaks, which meant that he couldn't get on a run with it. So I was able to break and pot out in the second frame, and that sort of like nullified it.
Yeah, and also he missed that ball in the third frame as well, which, you know, obviously was a little uncharacteristic given he did make an excellent clearance that first frame, and I felt that slowly took the wind out of his sails. He took another
100%.
ball on later on, and then suddenly it snowballed from there.
If you talk to Jake McCartney or any of these top boys, they'll say one shot cost you the match. And 100% that shot, can't say 100%, I'm 80% sure that red to the middle in the third frame, so 1 race to 7 cost him the match.
Yeah, agreed.
Because if he gets that, he goes 2-1 up, and, you know, you just don't know from there. Yeah.
Now, also, now the shot clock, I will ask you, because I didn't really talk to any of the players, but obviously during the week, the shot clock got reduced from 45 to 30 seconds.
Yep.
which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a pretty big impact, and we have seen a lot of players already start to see the effects of that shot clock. Now, I made the call that I thought it made Ben a bit more of a favourite because of the way he plays and the flow he plays, and I felt that reduced your chances because you're more of a calculated player. Yep. But having said that, on reflection, I don't think the shot clock really bothered you at all, and I think you handled it well, and well, egg on my face for starters.
Well, Mick Scary and I, we've had to sit back and hear everyone say it on social media and everything. And I didn't want to say anything before the match, but basically everyone's wrong. Do you remember, and this will sum it up well for you because you actually spoke about it, Nathan Neems versus Michael Scary, 2020 shot clock, and at the end Mick Scary said the shot clock favours the practice player, and you 100% agreed with him. And in that match, Nathan Neems was the more the practice player, and he won that match. I couldn't be any more ready to play. I was ready to go 3 months ago. Mick was probably ready to go 1 or 2 months ago. You won't see the shot clock phase us because we actually know what to do in every situation. We're mapping the outs extremely fast, and you'll find that these guys who are playing really quick, they're going to dig themselves holes, and they're going to need more time to figure out how to get out of it. So I wanted to wait until this match was over to just to show everyone that guys like myself and Mick and maybe Joel, just because we like to take our time, it doesn't mean we can't play fast.
Well, you were very impressive in that match, Mark. I really can't fault you at all. You dominated the match from start to go, and some confident words there from Mark as well. You hear it, folks. He's here to play, and he's not willing to hold back any thoughts in it. So, good luck in your next match, mate. And I hope you go all the way.
Thanks, buddy.
Good on you, mate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again on table 2. Our semi-final match is Michael Skerry and Rusty Wheeler. We both had good wins over their opponents. Joining me again, Stephen Smith.
Hi, Jamie. Did you miss me?
I did, mate. This is our regular seating position.
We're doing well, mate. Three games on the trot. How long will they kick us out?
I think the public has asked to get rid of me, but sorry, folks, I'm here to stay.
We need an online poll. Get rid of the POM.
My phone's being crazy. They're going, get off the commentary. You're no good. So I said, come down here and do it for me, please.
Right, who's your pick?
I'm going to go with the Victorian,
Yes.
Michael Skerry.
I've actually spoke to the stats man. We've got a stats man.
Apparently he missed 2 balls for the match. Mick did.
Do you know that last game? 55 shots before Mark Robertson missed a shot, and he only missed 1.
Well, look at this break. He's initially I thought, geez, the Reds look good because they're all down this end of the table, but then I saw the 2 balls in the cushion, so he will take yellows. And I will note, I have not seen this before from Michael, but he just used a 9-ball cue to break.
He's potted 2 of each.
Now, a number of people...
Extension code.
A number of people do use a 9-ball cue to break, but I've never seen Michael do it. Now he has. He's just going to wait for these beeps, and then he's going to play the shot.
He must have been practicing with it. 9-ball cue for those that's never used one. Go on, I'll give it you, Jamie. I know what I'd say about the 9-ball cue. I'd say it's like a broom handle. What would you say?
Look, it's a bigger tip, bigger surface area, which means you are going to hit more of the white ball, I guess, if you don't time it perfectly. So...
Look, for a break shot.
I know a lot of excellent players do use one. First person comes to mind has been using one for a fair while now would be Alec Everinatis. If you don't know that name, then you don't know 8-ball. Would not be surprised if I see Alec involved in some fashion next year in this event. I dare say you're playing the Challenger event, as will a number of excellent South Australian players.
Yeah, if you're tuning in, it's the Challenger event next year. We're going to get, I think it's 2 extra players from each state.
I'll tell you, South Australia could field a whole 8. Very, very strong state.
Well, imagine if this kicks off, which we beg and hope and pray it does, we could have some state-to-state comps.
Well,
interstates.
You could have a Moscone-style cup against Victoria and SA. And look, honestly, it'll probably be not much different to the national titles, really. It's in general, not every time, but most times it's those 2 states most years in the final.
Fine cut to the centre.
He's overplayed it. He's overplayed it. This is tough.
Will it still go? It's tight.
I think the in-off is a bit of a worry. Let me just have a look. Yeah, the in-off's a big concern here. And I just noticed on the sideline, you would have seen on your screen that Rusty just stood up, and Mick just noticed that. And I don't think he was very impressed by that. I think probably not. What a great shot. And the cannon is lovely.
Huge shot.
And that is a sit the hell back down in your chair. Rusty shot that one.
Oh, if you can't tell, guys, we are sitting right next to the action.
I can tell you right now, I promise you right now, and I'm looking at Mick, and he just give Rusty a bit of an eye contact as well.
Eye contact? You're being polite.
Well, I don't think he was impressed with the little stand up there when he fell out of position. I do not think he was impressed with that at all, and I don't blame him. But look, a great recovery shot. Now Rusty's turn to say, well, okay, I'll show you what I can do, because I'm also a semi-finalist. Big break, excellent break. Oh, he's been a little unfortunate there with the clustering.
2 reds again.
Just this yellow and red near the left middle, just a little awkward. He's going to try and deal with it as soon as possible, though.
We was unlucky we didn't get to see his last game against Justin, but he did win it 7-4, and I think at one point it was 6-2.
Well, we didn't actually see... Oh, really? We didn't actually see any of the any of both these guys play. They're on the table 1.
Yeah, thank God we've only got to concentrate on one table at a time.
So this shot here, probably slightly under the touch, needs to really get into this. Just wants a little nudge. Lovely shot. Now, it doesn't look great at first glance, but I'm pretty sure it does pass now to the bottom left corner. So it's definitely better than what it was.
Oh,
he's going for another nudge.
Oh, nearly.
I don't even know if that was necessary. Actually, I have to say the reason he's probably done that is maybe my initial analysis was wrong and it didn't pass to the bottom left.
I think it will. It looks it to me.
It does look on screen.
He's looked at it himself.
But I don't think he would have played that shot if it didn't go. So because he would have taken it on straight away. And that once again tells me it doesn't, because once again he had a good opportunity to just play onto it. So benefit of the doubt naturally goes to the player out there because they know what's going on.
Oh, what has he done here?
I don't think he's cleared the black. He hasn't.
I think he might be checking out the airport soon. Unlucky, son.
Does still have a chance though here to pot. Oh, well, actually, I don't even think he can get enough angle to pot this in the middle. I don't think he can get enough of the yellow. So
I think he's looking at it. No, he can't be looking at it to the corner.
I don't think he can get enough, and I think the red blocks the corner. So
this will be a shot. This will be the shot of the frame.
I'm not sure what he's going to play for here.
He's putting bottom on it. Bit of everything.
Yeah, he's gone. He's pretty much just gone for some luck because it wasn't really on one cushion to a pocket.
He's not happy with himself.
I'll tell you what, Mick is looking at a shot here that is flirting with danger.
Reverse cut?
No, he's just looking at a little snooker.
Oh.
He's played a little double kiss.
Played it perfect.
That was such and even Rusty did that. But he may try to play the swerve here. He thinks he can just play this to straight right-hand side. And he was right. But he's actually got too much of it.
Yeah. I think that's down to getting used to the tables, speed, even the balls.
I actually think Rusty's walked away from there feeling
hard done by.
Well, no, I think he actually has to be really filthy with himself that he's caught that so thick, because there was a genuine chance.
You notice that red's a darker red on the balls, so these must be the Pro Cup balls.
Yeah, it is. They are the Pro Cup balls. Well, once again, he's going to be playing this little snooker behind the black. No, he's gone for it.
Gone for the reverse this time.
Well, that's not bad. But this is, once again, Rusty can pot the red with the yellow and try and leave no shot for Mick.
Loads of bottom on it. I thought he'd hit that harder, try pot both balls.
No, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. When they're that close together, that you just will not get the action on the yellow ball to follow through to the pocket.
I would look the Pirates back.
So he's pretty much just said, look, Mick, I'm going to leave you as hard a shot as I can, and I hope you miss it.
The Pirate that is Jake McCartney sitting next to us again.
But Mick...
He's forgot his parrot.
He's too practiced to miss that shot. Now, I don't know whether you heard my interview with Mark Robertson, and some may say, if you did hear it, that it sounded borderline arrogant. But to me, it wasn't arrogance. It was just pure self-confidence in the time and ability that he has. The time that he's put in and the ability that he has and the belief in himself. There's a fine line between arrogance and confidence, and I believe he showed pure confidence, not arrogance there. And I really like to hear that from players. I think we need to hear these guys tell everybody how good they are, because they are good.
He's running around the table. Oh!
Yeah, it was a tough shot and a time all down.
I wonder what Rusty said to him then.
They're having a bit of a smile. He's going, the timer, buddy.
How was your chat with Mark Robertson just before?
Yeah, it was, as I said, he sounded arrogant, but he wasn't. He was very self-confident, and he was very raw in his analysis of his preparation and how he feels that he has an advantage over everyone else. So it was really good to hear his words.
1-1.
I really do believe I'd love to. I would actually love to be commentating the other match right now, because I think that's a really crazy match potentially.
The Steve Woods, Mark Robertson matchup. These are the games me and you've got to go home and catch up on. The ones we're not watching.
I really do believe that that match is potentially a highlight reel of the whole tournament.
I did hear just before, I don't know if you heard, Mark, Table 1, 4,000 viewers. Table 2, which has got the best commentary team, 1,000.
Well, that's because they've got all the bells and whistles, mate. But, you know, that's okay.
Looks at the clock. Sucks it back, gets it behind the red.
That is a great shot.
That works.
I don't know if he's played exactly for that.
He's got nothing.
I think he played purely for a white ball.
I think he's asking what was nominated, if anything was nominated.
Well, he doesn't have to nominate.
Yeah, it's blatantly obvious what he was hitting.
I'm not. Wasn't an open table?
Yeah.
No, it was no. Mick,
No, it can't be.
No, Mick's played the Reds. Oh, so it was an open table.
Yeah.
It still is an open table, yeah. So he's just queried saying, hey, what are you doing here? But yes, it's an open table still.
Got Dinesh refereeing this one, the president of the CHPA. Another tight lead there by Mick.
Yeah, obviously it's a high. I want yellows.
I think the idea if Rusty, if you can do it, is play it off a couple of rails and put it back where it is.
No, I like this shot. Bottom rail. Didn't get it tight like he would have wanted, but it's still a pretty good area.
Great tactical play. For the first time today, was it? Mostly been pop, but a bit of tactical play. Like to see it.
You will see. You will see. I mean, obviously, if the balls aren't there to take on, they will find a shot to. And the whole point of this game is to stay a shot ahead of your opponent if you can't win at that visit.
Cut and yellows in play. So he won the yellow-red battle. Can he win the game?
Yeah, I do believe definitely yellows with the balls, but the way they've sort of opened up now, now that things are in play a bit more, the Reds are still pretty good. I think that the two Reds on the left side cushion are a little tricky. Mick will not be happy at all with that shot. He's underhit that probably a half a foot.
He's got that long red to the top right.
I think he'll still play the cut because...
Wow, that is a tight cut.
Well, I think he has to play it regardless.
Almost looks frozen. Wow.
It sits.
I might call that shot of the day. Have we seen a better shot than that today?
Well, I think he wanted it in, to be honest.
He's not going to complain, though.
Well, he might after this shot. Because if Rusty finds a way to play off the red and pot the yellow over the pocket with the white ball, Michael will have no shot.
12 seconds.
I guarantee that's what he's looking at.
Let's see.
There you go.
Great shot.
And that's why putting balls over the pocket in this rule set is death.
I mean, it was a simple shot, but it was a smart shot, wasn't it?
Well, the thing is, you've got to think of it too. Even though, honestly, to me, it's a really obvious shot. For me personally, when you're looking at tactical elements of a game, for me, it doesn't matter what code it is. I feel like I can hit that well.
Oh, that is unlucky. That yellow is definitely tied up now.
I'll tell you what.
The dominance has changed from yellows to reds in a blink.
I don't like the way that Mick kind of smashed that but moved his whole body when he did it. Even though he got real close, maybe overhit it a touch. Probably had to square it up though. But he's got a little result though with the yellow. Even though it killed the yellow, it killed the red as well. So this is sort of tricky. And this is the frame. Remember 1-1 in the first match, and then we got that tricky frame.
and then the snowball effect happened.
Yeah, so this frame could be really important again.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Don't know if you've been here all afternoon or just tuning in. Pockets Pro Series, international rules, 1 hour game clock, 30-second shot clock.
Well, that's actually a little unfortunate there for Mick. Somehow found his way off.
Clock will start once Rusty's got the ball in hand.
But having said that, this yellow and red are tied up. It's one visit only, so he may look at finding a way to.
He might punch it out here.
Yeah.
bit of bottom left on this white, it'll run straight up there.
And there it is.
That'll work. Great shot.
He's played it well. So how important will this frame be, given that we've seen it's been quite clustered and tied up? And
It'd be good to get a tactical battle under your belt at 1-1, because it may just scare Mick off getting tactical again.
I have to believe as well, when Mick played the ball along the cushion where it sat over the pocket to allow Rusty to play the, that turnover shot.
Yeah.
He had to know that it was a chance to sit over the pocket.
Yeah.
And probably more chance than not.
I must admit, I do like Rusty's stance and style.
I actually think he's changed. I think he looks squarer to the ball now. And I actually think he's lost a few kgs. I really do. I think he's slimmed up a bit, and I think he's getting squarer to the shot. I honestly do believe he looks like a far better cueist.
Mick under the pump. Well, 2-1. I mean, it's a fair call, because let's face it, this is going to go two ways now, stating the obvious, Steve, as usual. It's either going to be 2-2 or 3-1. I don't know which one I'd rather be at.
But it's what we were at before when we said it was a really important break.
And zippity-doo-dah.
I'm actually a little surprised how many dry breaks we've had. I really would like to see the players in general pay a little bit more attention to the break in respect to the timing of it. So you saw Rusty got down there and just went Q, bang. But for me, I think you've really got to focus on the timing. Tell you what, Mick still hasn't made up his mind here, and he's got 8 seconds left. He's going to have to move.
Extension? No. Do you think guys would be reluctant to call the extension knowing they've only got the one?
No, as I said, it happens a lot at the very first visit. When all the balls on the table and you're trying to map out what needs to happen. It's not unusual to see the extension called pretty much your first visit.
As we've seen, yeah. I just think to a certain degree you might like to have it in your pocket.
Look, you do, but I mean, obviously if you could have a crystal ball and know how the frame was going to turn out, but at the end of the day, when you're at the table and you've got an opportunity, you want to try and clear so your opponent doesn't get an opportunity. So why not use your extension to give yourself that time to map it out?
Yeah, because let's face it, if you've mapped it out and everything falls at where you want it, you're not going to need the extension.
Yeah, the problem occurs when you start running through the balls and then something goes wrong and then you've got to reassess.
And there's 5 of your opponent balls in your way.
Yeah, and then suddenly the 30 seconds and there's no extension becomes a problem.
He's got plenty of time. He's going to play safety.
He had no choice, and well, he wanted the white ball more to the right-hand side of the table there. And he also would have liked it tighter on the cushion. So I think a number of elements of that shot Michael probably won't be fully happy with. It's a lovely shot from Rusty.
Lovely
Excellent
long shot. Great shot.
And he might have a really good angle here to just drop onto this ball on the cushion as well.
See, there's a lot of players that say you've got to play with your chin on the cue. Rusty's a good 6 inches away, which for me personally feels fantastic because that's the way I play. It's like, no way am I getting down that low.
Yeah, look, I don't really think there's a rule of thumb as such. I think as long as you're comfortable and your vision's good.
If it works, yeah. I mean, you see some shocking stances where it looks like some guy's trying to limbo under the cue. But if it works, it works.
I think you'll actually find he starts with his chin on the cue. Oh, not there, he doesn't. A lot of the time he does, but he does have a slightly seesaw action, so...
I think if I saw myself on video, I'd go, Jesus Christ, how bad is my stance? But I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I don't like seeing myself on video very much. Usually because I'm missing, but
I think the last video I saw myself on was a wedding video, and that always makes me cry. No, but seriously, snooker players, most snooker players have got the chin on the cue.
Yeah, look, there's a number of different factors. I mean, a lot of people, they say that your elbow needs to be dead in line as well.
That's got to be a fact. That's got to be one of the biggest facts.
But then you'll see a guy like Joe Swale whose arms tucked right into his, back of his middle of his back.
Great win by Rusty. Takes it to 3.
Rusty has taken a commanding lead here, 3-1.
He's stirring Jacob on the sideline.
I find this really interesting as well, that little tactical frame, the middle one, the resultant winner of that has won the next frame as well.
Yeah. The pendulum swings. Quick sneaky look over at table 1. Got too many balls on the table. Oh, Mark Robertson just put a double into the middle pocket.
I think that was that off Rusty's break? That was off the break, wasn't it? No. Did Mick have a shot? Or was that the one where he played a couple of safeties?
Is that a master break? Is that a master break? No, it's off the break.
Off the break?
No, the one after.
100 shots each.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it got Scrappy.
Oh, that was a safety frame. I thought there was a frame before that was a safety frame.
Too many games, mate. We're losing track.
Yeah, I've lost track a little bit.
Running up.
I could have sworn that was a break and clearance.
He's left a plant on the yellows into the bottom right.
It's one for the stat man, that. I've lost my way
He's
a little
right
bit.
behind us. I was right behind us on our right side. He's doing a great job of the stats. He was showing me before. He's going to have stats out of his ear all after this, mate.
Well, I might actually. Did he say it wasn't a clearance?
Correct.
Okay, well then.
Yellow took that 2-ball plant.
Good little opener, but he didn't want that yellow to stick to the cushion.
Nah.
But he's got good linking ball to it, so he's okay here.
There wasn't much he could do because he had to get the wide out, so he couldn't play any softer.
I think there's a really good chance that yellow he just put on the cushion will be his last ball.
Yeah, because that'll leave him nice with the black in the centre.
Yeah, you can just play it with a touch of angle, and the white ball just naturally come out for the black. So, and the general rule of thumb is don't leave your worst ball till last. But sometimes,
get rid of the problems early.
But sometimes, when you've got it, when it links up that way, there's nothing wrong with that. But having said that, he's eyeing off his ball down the cushion now. And there's nothing wrong with this because the black does go into a multiple number of pockets. So
he's definitely got an out in there now.
He's still.
And having said that, if he does an out, there's a great chance for Michael to get in a pot of the reds.
I'll tell you what I do like that Rusty's done here. Within his 30 seconds, he looked at least 2 different shots, possibly 3.
Yeah,
and did it, and he got down and played the shot and looked pretty comfortable with it all. He will not be over the moon with that shot.
You can't have too much of your plan stuck in your mind. You've always got to have a look around the table, see what other options are there for you. You don't always have to stick with that original
He's going to
A, B, C, D.
He's going to deep screw off the cush with this. He's played
beautiful
that pretty well. Yeah, he can just drop this in. He's going to be perfect here.
He's blinged up pretty well today, hasn't he?
I think he's got slightly too much angle.
You said he's lost weight. I reckon that bracelet must weigh a kilo.
Oh, well,
he's
gone
come
that
back.
way. That's a great shot. That's a great shot.
58% of the audience says they would have played the black into the middle. But no, back yourself. Look.
Wow. That really,
unbelievable.
That really shocks me. I'll tell you why that shocks me is because you're right. I thought that was a drop in for the middle, and he played with so much confidence to the corner. And wow,
he's going to take his shoes off in a minute so he can kick himself.
He'll be filthy. Is that a turning point in the match? Is the question.
Wow. 3-1 up, looking at 4-1. Missed a black. Regulation black, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. He missed that. He missed that one in, I don't know, maybe 2 in 100 if he was feeling drunk. I don't know. I don't know. It's rare.
Yeah, because let's face it, the white wasn't on the rail, the black was in a good position. Wow. Perhaps he'd rushed it.
But it just goes to show everyone's human out there, and there's different types of pressure. He might have rushed it a little bit. Who knows? He probably just took his eye off the pot last second, and thinking the frame was already over, took it for granted. There's a whole number of things that could have happened. At every shot, you've got to remember, it's the same process you've got to go through to make sure that you deliver the cue ball correctly. It's a lovely shot.
I think Mick's picked up the pace there just to put the pressure on.
No, he looks pretty flowing to me. Looks pretty same. This shot, he's just got to be really careful to make sure that he just doesn't leave himself dead straight or doesn't push the red to the
Tap.
side cushion. He's played that well.
So now come around. Will he play the red up the table or down the table?
I think he'll play for same pocket.
Yeah. Just avoid the in-off.
Yeah, just slide past the red, play for the same pocket.
To the left, bottom left.
Yep, good shot. Oh, did
Wow.
he just flick that a bit, did he?
It looked like it.
He's still okay, but it's just... He just needs to play this now off the side cushion with a touch of right-hand side. So...
Oh,
There it
look
is.
at the spin on that.
As I said, touch of right-hand side, and he's on this nicely.
Rusty's got to forget about that frame. 3-2.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if that has an impact on the outcome because I think at 4-1, Rusty was probably thinking, you beauty, I'm in the final, I'm in the cash.
You can just see Rusty in the right side of the shot, right next to where we're standing. He's just giving Jake excuse number 27.
Yeah, he did throw number, I thought it was excuse number 29,
Yeah.
but
They're in the same ballpark.
I think he's...
Some talk about the rail. I'm not sure if he's getting on a tram or something.
But he obviously knew something what went wrong.
Dry break. Mick runs
And this is not uncommon to see when you make a really bad error. Your opponent punishes you, then it's your break, and you don't pot a ball.
That pendulum I talk about, it's not stopped moving. But we know which way it swung now. 3-2
Absolutely.
to Rusty. What we're like on the game clock, 34 minutes left,
Yeah, we have
guys.
tons of time. This is key to this shot right now. Must nudge the red off the bottom cushion, off the side. Oh no, he's gone a different way.
Oh, and he's gone in off.
I don't understand why he didn't try and come off side cushion and nudge the red. I don't get that.
Yeah, I
maybe I
agree.
misread the angle, but to me that doesn't make much sense why he went that way.
Just a quick one, guys. International rules. It's only one shot following a foul. Ball in hand anywhere on the table. So you will see Rusty just put a bit of thought into where he's putting the white. Because let's face it, in the right situation, he could pot out from here, maybe.
Well, the problem he's got is this red that's between the two yellows on the bottom right-hand side of the table is a disaster. He can't even put the white ball somewhere to pot it, so he kind of has to develop it.
2 seconds. Yeah, he called the extension.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
I'm sure that was deliberate. And
It absolutely was,
yeah.
but he didn't cover the yellow, I don't think.
I'm sure Mick just tapped the table there in admiration of that shot.
Well,
Great
I
thinking.
certainly didn't think of that shot. That was a good shot, but
I thought the red would have gone down and in.
it looks like Mick can hit the yellow, but I think as long as Mick hits the ball here and doesn't disturb that red that's on the right side of the table, he's still in a pretty good position.
Yeah, best thing to do with a potter, tie him up in knots, then put him in handcuffs, and then put him in a straight jacket. That's when I stop these guys.
I don't know if he's going to be happy with that.
No.
Rusty does have the red in the middle. He's not
He's
going
got
to
the
play
red
it, though.
corner, red corner.
Oh, he'll play. Oh, what was that?
Oh my God! Oh!
He's fluked one.
And for those watching at home, even if you rewind it, there was no apologies there. He's talking to himself, but there was no apologies.
The problem is, he might have got lucky, but he's got unlucky with the white.
He's snooking himself. I think that's why he's not apologising for it.
Well, he's good luck, bad luck type of thing, I guess. But it was a shocking shot. But
He's got to do something good here, otherwise Mick's going to get in and
is
clean
it?
up. Oh, didn't want to hit them both.
well, that's not too bad, I don't think. He's left Mick.
He's got the one to run up the rail, the one near the right middle.
That's a tough shot. I don't know if Michael can get through to the bottom ball. Looks like he can.
Hey, he's ignoring my advice. Then again, so do most people.
Oh, okay. He's done that one.
Safety. Surely he's left that one to the top right.
I don't know why the shot clock's running down still. I think it's just a slight misjudgment there.
That's all right. Russell got an extra 3 seconds.
Yeah, he did actually.
Who've we got on the show? I think we've got Sonia on the shot clock for this game. Dinesh's referee doing a great job. See, top right. Will this red go past the black? It looks like it. He's going to get down
Yeah,
on
I'm pretty
it.
sure it does. It's just about the angle he leaves now on this next red.
Tap, tap, tap. Nice shot. Red
left-
middle.
Yeah, he's left himself a bit straight, I think, and that's why you can't quite see it on screen, but he just did the little head tilt thing to say, I'm not really 100% happy with that, but it'll have to do. Good shot.
Lovely run through.
Excellent shot. Now it's straightforward.
We've got a game on his hands, guys.
Jeez.
Tell your mum, tell your friends, go around, tell your neighbours, we have got a game on here. If Rusty clears up from here, and let's face it, not many people have bet against him, it's going to be 3-all.
No, he's going to be 4-2 up.
Sorry, you're right, yeah, I'm out. 4-2 up. We're about to reach the halfway mark.
I don't like Michael's body language right now at all. And I might be being a bit nitpicky, but I know you got to remember, I actually know all these guys really well. I've actually been to the world titles with more than half of them. I know how they play. I know a lot of their mindsets, and although some of them have evolved quite a bit over the last few years, I like to think that I can have some kind of insight on what's going through their heads. Now Mick's decided, okay, lift, fire up.
But Mick was the one in the interviews yesterday that had a big talk about the psychology of the game as well.
Well, he's a fighter, and the reason he's a fighter is because everyone thinks he's always going to lose against the top players. Keeps proving them wrong.
Second player
That's
I've
a
seen
sensational
heaps
break.
of backspin on that white on the break. What's he got? What we got? We've got 2 reds missing.
He's got
all
yellows,
the yellows are still
all
there.
reds. Take your pick, to be honest. My initial thoughts are yellows. We'll see what he thinks.
Yeah, they're not an easy red from this position he's in now, really.
Actually, probably reds because of that yellow that's in the way. So
Oh no, you can get past that one to the bottom left.
yeah, he takes reds.
Reds in play. He's looking at asserting his dominance in this game.
This needs to be a clearance. There's no if, buts or maybes about this particular visit. He needs to clear these.
I might be right over the next bit. I'll bring him up. Alright, safe travels.
Well, he's obviously called an extension, so I was like, wow, he's running short, but he's okay. So it all comes down to this red on the bottom cushion. Side cushion, sorry.
Yeah, bottom on the left.
Now, the good thing for him is he just needs to get on it, behind it. Black is automatic.
I thought he'd gone the corner first here. Perfect.
That's a good shot. The great thing about this shot is I think he can't go in off. I think the yellows stopped that, so he can play the natural path to try and go in off, and he'll just go past it and he'll land. So you see that?
Where
That's
the
his
cue is
natural
now.
path. And that's great. That's a good feeling when you know you can't go in off and you can sort of play with confidence to land right behind it.
Look at that. And this is going to... You think that he's got to put some bottom on this, otherwise he's going to run past the black.
Nah, he's fine. He just drops this in.
Was he looking at a face cut then?
No, absolutely not. He's just going to drop it in.
Oh, looking at position on the black. Bit of bottom, look. Going to try and drag that white back 3 inches. Well, all right, shows what I know.
Well, we've all seen him playing with confidence, so that's the way to play these tables, clearly.
4-2 to Rusty. We are 27 minutes, 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
No, 4-3.
God, I might get the scores right 1 point today. Sorry, guys. First weekend, give me a chance. I think it's that 15th beer that stuffed me up.
Once again, a big break coming up from Rusty.
Now, he's facing the wrong direction at the moment. If you're on the other table, you can actually break and try and put the white into the gym next door. He's actually aiming for table 1.
There's actually a video going around social media where a guy...
Oh!
Wow, he's found the white ball.
Sorry, the video.
There's a video going around Facebook at the moment, or social media, and it's a guy breaks the ball. He jumps the white ball off his table, it goes onto the other table, and then pots the ball in the corner.
I've seen it.
The white ball. Pretty impressive stuff.
I think he played it as well.
I don't think he played.
Someone else I need to buy a lottery ticket with.
So he's going to get the little nudge on the ready on the cushion. No.
He's just that tight red on the right rail near the baulk line.
I think he just drops onto it now, does he? Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. Good call, Jamie.
This looks pretty good because it all links together really nicely. They're all pretty much just little stun shots, so he should be good here. Just drop this in. The most important part for Michael here is just don't leave yourself too much angle on this red, so that way you can just drop it in or play off the side cushion, but don't be too close to the red. And that's why he's run through.
Like I said, it's a cruel game. Rusty potted the white off the break, and before you know it, we could be looking at 4.
The only thing he doesn't want to do is be dead straight on this red. Dead straight is not good.
No.
That's too much angle though, to be honest. Like, it's not his greatest shot. It won't make his highlight reel.
Yeah, but even if the white cuts across and comes off the rail and comes back to the centre of the table, he should be safe.
That's a bad shot. Oh no, he's potted.
Table.
My initial thoughts were he missed that by a mile, but my eyesight obviously was deceiving me.
Will this be difficult to hold for the black, or is he going to go around it?
Stun across side rail back again. Lovely shot.
Oh, beautiful.
And what a match this has turned out to be, eh?
4-all. I don't know if it's hot in here or not, but these guys are on fire.
Who do you think's played the better pool this match at 4-all?
I'm gonna call Mick.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
Obviously, Rusty got unlucky in that last one with a in-off the break, but
yeah, the in-off, and also he snooked himself on the first frame. There was one other shot he played that I thought was poor. Mick's played a couple of shots too that have cost him frames. It's been a punishment of errors.
just in case we missed it at the beginning because we've been on afternoon, it's Stephen Smith on the commentary and Jamie Stevens. Thanks to my friend that asked me who's commentating at the moment, just in case we missed that out. But we've been here, we're doing well. We've been here for three games so far. Sooner or later they're going to kick us out. Probably next game of the final, they'll say that's it. I mean, we've been on table 2.
Yeah, I think the final is actually on table 1, so this will be the last match on the table 2 stream.
Thanks for joining us, guys. All them people that went for table 2, are they wrapped up on table 1?
I'm not sure who won that match.
It's all over. We need to know the score over there.
Woodsy's got a massive smile on his face. I'd say he won.
We've got to find out the score on table 1.
He did.
Can somebody,
there you go.
can any friends of mine tell me what the score was on table 1?
I did say he was going to be dangerous after match 1.
23 minutes left. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Takes out the top dog, Mark Robertson.
So this rule set does suit Woodsy. He's a fast player, he's a good cueist, and good on him. So tactical frame here, and it's an interesting time for a tactical frame when you've got a 23 odd minutes left and then you're at 4-all. Will we see our first shootout? I know there's tons of time. There's probably potentially another 4 frames, 5 frames maybe if things get moving along.
I've just had a horrible thought. Since there's now no longer 4,000 people watching table 1, we've got to step it up, Jamie.
I can't step it up any more than I have, mate.
Welcome to table 2, everyone. I hope you enjoyed table 1.
I'll stretch my step as long as I can step.
At the moment, it's 4-all on table 2. We have 22 minutes left, race 7. 15-second shot clock, hour time limit.
Right, Rusty, he didn't want that red to go near the pocket.
It's been a ding-dong, fair to say, ding-dong battle so far, Jamie?
It's been a great match, this, actually. As I said, it's been a punishment of errors.
It could have been anywhere. It could have been 5-2. It could have been the other way, or 4-all, which is what we got.
Oh, Mick, he's not going to be happy with that outcome. So this frame's going to take a little bit of sorting out from both players.
You never know. I'm going to jinx it. We could get a 6-red shootout, Tactical play there by Mick.
Yeah, just eliminating one of the soldiers from the table, but as he left this yellow down the cushion. He has. And I tell you what I like about that shot. he's made sure that he hasn't played it over the pocket neatly, so that way Michael can't play the deliberate foul, what do you call it, turnover of shot, where he plays, red onto yellow, pots the yellow over the cushion, over the pocket, leaves it there. So smart. That's smart from Russell. I don't think people realise actually what an intelligent shot that was, unless you really look at what he was doing.
Yeah. Years of experience behind that shot. Knowing what to do, when to do it.
This is a big shot, though.
Yellow down the rail. Get in control of this game. Now control both top corner pockets.
It's a really strange frame, this, because it's not often you see more balls down one end of the table than the other, as far as control's concerned.
Yeah, unless you're playing on a cruise ship.
And, oh, wow, he's just missed the...
Cannon.
Yeah, wanted to pot the yellow.
Open that corner up.
I'll tell you something that I'm actually finding with the players, and I think they're overdoing it. I think they're looking too hard for these play the pot your opponent's ball over the pocket with the white ball with like a little cannon like Mick just did then, and they're not thinking about the skill shot.
Yeah, we haven't seen one yet.
The skill shot is...
We saw a float one, which didn't really count.
It's very viable indeed, and I'm surprised, and you'll actually notice a lot of players, what they'll do is they'll give themselves an angle to play their ball onto their opponent's ball, take control of the pocket, and then use the white ball to put the white ball in a position that's really awkward for their opponent. And we're not seeing a lot of that so far today. See, once again, Mick said, yeah, okay, I'm going to pot your ball over the pocket, no worries, turn over a shot, and that's fine in that position.
He's got a gap between the black and the red. Gone for the double.
I see Mick is in all sorts of trouble this frame. I don't even know how he's going to deal with that red. It's in such a horrible position. Even if you play you've got to sort of play some kind of shot with at least a little bit of pace to break it out.
Gone for the snooker.
The one advantage he's got, I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you play the red onto the yellow, it probably comes off the side cushion off the other yellow and in. So if he does get ball in hand, he can play that shot to his advantage and get a little snooker behind the red. But let's just see if Rusty gets out of this first. He's got a big area to hit. I don't know about this. This is crazy. I think he thought too much about the camera there. That was insane. He could have just played. He could have played further up the table with less jack up.
Look on Mick's face, he's querying, is that a deliberate foul? Did he make a legitimate attempt?
It is interesting because it could have played a much better option than that. It's crazy.
Tough to ref. You won't want to play that in case the ref saw it the other way.
I don't think you can call a foul on it, or a loss of frame or whatever, but it was better options than that. I think Rusty decided he didn't want to move those balls because they were all right where they were.
Snooker again, but this time he's got an easy out off the left rail.
Yeah, Mick's tried to...
Got a good smile on his face. You can't see it from the camera angle, but Rusty's smiling like a Cheshire cat. Tap.
He'll be wrapped with that shot. Absolutely wrapped with that shot. Played it well. And once again, Mick is still in all sorts of trouble here. Like, probably more trouble than what he was in earlier. Oh, we don't have the timer anymore because table one stopped. So
that's what I'm looking for.
Well, he got a result there. Puts his hand up in apology and says, "Yep, you beauties, thanks for the result."
Oh! Will that make much difference?
I've got to say, I really do think there are better options than that. So Mick can actually just put the red there and just play the deliberate yellow on red. And just foul and just turn over shot. Leave Rusty in all sorts of trouble.
How the game changes.
And there you go. And this is what I mean. This rule set, the balls over the pockets are not your friend. Rossi's looking at something spectacular here. And a jack up.
Yellow middle.
Wow, what a shot. I'll tell you what impresses me about that shot, and most in particular that Rusty played it of any other player, is that he's chewing action so long that he was able to finesse that in the way he did.
And then off.
Wow, what a crazy frame. 17 minutes I've been told.
Oh, good.
So there's at least another 3 frames left. And you would think, unless something really bad happens here, that Mick will run these out, because this is not hard at this level.
Four all, guys. 17 minutes left. Race to 7. Still got work to do.
Well, I think he just wants to get on this ball that's to the left of the 3, just because he can come around the angles and then just play for both balls off 2 cushions. So this is really good the way he's played this. So he comes off 2 cushions and lands behind both of them, and he gives himself choice like this.
Beautiful. That in off again, crucifying Rusty. 2 of them he's had. And the last one was off the break.
Well, what's interesting is he may not have. Oh, he doesn't want that on the cushion. He may not have. He may not have missed. May not have gone in off if he got the pot. He did miss the pot. Don't forget. So.
Come on, mate.
So big frame this, and he's just going to wipe his cue down for the really simple black, which I find a little strange. But
pretty humid here.
Must be really sticky.
5-4. 15 minutes to go, guys.
And I'll tell you what, the crowd's really gathered around this one now, because it's the only match going. Everybody's watching it.
Good crowd here today. Thanks to everybody that came down. Don't forget, we've got one more day to go. Same thing tomorrow. Starts at 5 o'clock with a knockout.
Finds the ball. Important. Geez, choice of shot here is interesting, but you feel he's got to take the yellows. But
yeah, it looks like, yeah.
This is really tricky.
Having a good look. Oh, he's going reds.
No. Oh, he is too. You're right. He's missed it. What was he going to do? What was he going to do with the red that's near the middle?
Run it down the rail?
It's just a rush shot. Like, just don't understand that choice of shot, to be honest. But look, he obviously saw something I didn't, and that's obviously totally fine.
Called.
I still think I'd be taking yellows here, but the problem is this is one of those frames where once you commit, especially if you pop the ball over the middle, you've instantly opened yourself up to a counter attack if you do miss.
And don't forget, open table, you cannot play the skill shot.
Yeah, I think they need to change that rule. I think that's a ridiculous rule.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. You can do it in every other rule set. Why not this one?
Exactly.
Anyway, hopefully maybe the rules committee, whoever they may be, will look at that and change it, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, why would you?
I also think the other rule they need to change in this rule set is that you don't have to hit a cushion after getting out of a total snooker. Because that in itself can be a skill shot. Imagine if you've got to get out of a snooker off 2 or 3 cushions and you land right up behind the ball. That itself takes skill, but the reason it exists is because it takes out the referee involvement.
Oh,
good shot. That's well judged.
Look at what he left.
He's played for that. I think he actually wanted to get more behind red and black, but I think he's actually left a shot here.
And he'll push that red out as well.
Yeah, but it's not the red he's worried about. He'd love to be able to move the other ones, but I don't think he can. Oh, he has. He's found a way. That's a good shot.
Still got a shot to the corner.
Does this go to the middle is the question.
No, he's going to
he's got one in the corner. Good call. Lovely
Lovely
shot.
through.
And he's developed these nicely, but the problem is it's still the black.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. That's the only problem.
I think this could be his chance to develop it right now.
Oh, is that a
I think
miss?
he's miscued.
Looked it.
Yep, he's looked at his tip.
Played
Looks at the
across
sky.
it. Played across it.
He just needs to thank himself lucky that he's miscued when he has, because the black and the red are tied up.
Got about 7 minutes to go. Tricky.
I think Mick's done that because he knows he's ahead right now. And worst case scenario is if he loses frame, he's probably going to get a shootout. If this goes on for another, 4 or 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah, 4. I've got 4, but I'm not the official timekeeper. So
I heard 7 minutes earlier. As in a few seconds ago.
So Rustin needs this one to stay in it to bring it to a 6 red.
Tried to just get a bit of a good white there. Under no circumstances will you see Michael move this red into the black. I can't even believe he's looking at it. I can't believe he's even looking at it. He surely isn't. The only reason I say that is he wants this frame to he wants this frame to draw out a little bit.
As demonstrated by that shot.
I think that was the white ball's hit. Okay. I was about to ask if that was a foul, but the white ball's hit.
Yeah.
He's played that well, actually, because he's played in such a way where the red's not right over the pocket, so you can't pot it. But he still found a way to do it.
Good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Still, it all comes down to this red and black down the bottom end of the table. Who opens it up first and how they do it and what result they get. The big advantage that Michael has is if he gets a foul, he can open it up and play a safety, whereas Rusty doesn't have that luxury. So
look on his face, though. I think he's just going to cross that bridge when he comes to it. He's not even considering it at the moment. Like, he tried to open it up before and he failed.
Well, he has no choice because the shot clock's going to kill him and he's run out of soldiers, so he sort of doesn't have a lot of choice.
And he's one frame down with...
Here it comes. Here it comes, but he's got no angle here. His angle's really bad. It's going the wrong way and he's got to go around the angles and there's too much reds in the way, so the best he can hope for is to get down this other end of the table and play a double. So he's playing for the double. He's caught the red, but that's what he wanted, was a double. Now I feel that he's in all sorts of trouble. He needs to fluke this to stay alive, basically.
Can he play off the bottom rail and just sit behind the black?
I don't think he can, to be honest. He tried to. Oh, it was a foul, yeah. It was a foul, yep.
Come on, Mick.
And Mick's like, how much time's left? Don't worry about the time, Mick. Just clear these balls. You've got a 2-frame gap and you can't lose. I shouldn't say you can't lose, but you're definitely looking good. Not to mention he goes on the hill as well.
And he was behind.
But he is definitely taking time. He's looking at the clock. But if I'm Mick, I just run these out. I don't muck around. I just get on with this. Like don't allow yourself to be put off by checking the shot clock and running it down, because you can accidentally miss a ball doing that. So just get on with it.
Rusty's looking at the sky.
I don't mind that
looking at the heavens.
I don't mind that he walks around the table and looks at the angle he wants, but don't deliberately think about the clock.
Yeah, you'd rather win it on the table than on the clock.
It's not so much that, it's just that you could accidentally make an error focusing on it too much. What's really nice about the way he's played this is he's going to play the long ball. And it's like a shot to nothing, because if he somehow miraculously misses it, he's going to have a snooker. So, but he's not going to play that shot actually, so never mind.
We know one guy will be playing for revenge tomorrow.
Well, I think there's a couple, isn't there? Definitely Ben Noonan and Mark Robertson play each other again.
You're right, there might be 7.
Did Justin and Rusty draw each other again? Twice as well?
Yep.
So there you go. Which is crazy. 1 in 8, you know, or 1 in 7.
Six to me.
So Michael, the underdog, scary.
7 minutes 30 remaining.
And I think we know, we've just been told 7 minutes 30. By the time these balls are racked, probably 7.
That's strange, because we were told 7.
Yeah, we were too,
8 minutes ago.
So the thing about this, we've seen this in the UK a lot, where they run the racks in, you know, a minute 20 or whatever. But, you know, we're not in the UK right now. These guys are getting used to this format, getting used to the tables, getting used to, well, they're probably used to the tables by now, but they're still very much a very new thing in Australia, the Supremes being a, I guess, as an acceptance thing for tournaments. I mean, there's never been a tournament played on them just purely, so although every player in this tournament has one at home, except for Ben, I think. I think Ben uses another player's table, or another person's table. I think he used Ben Hood's table. So Rusty's not going to muck around here. He's going to get on with this. He knows he's got 7 minutes to basically win 2 racks to try and at least get a 6 red shootout. I'm surprised he's like literally taking this much time.
Yeah, the clock's against him. He's 6-4 down. Is this just practice now for tomorrow?
Instead, no. Well, this is the bigger money event than the second one tomorrow. So,
Oh, is it?
yeah, they're absolutely fair. Didn't come about today. But he look, you know, one thing I do really like about what I'm seeing Rusty do, he's staying very composed.
Yeah.
This is so important. He gets really straight on this red, and that's why he's going to check it. He needs to get really straight. I think he's just looking at the camera angle. I think he's done it. He might be slightly going to the yellow. I can't quite tell. Yeah, he's played it well.
What a shot.
So this will take it to 6-5 if he doesn't make a really uncharacteristic error, which we have seen him do. And
Did you hear that ooh from the crowd?
yeah, and he loves it.
We love a bit of audience interaction, guys. Oh, nice shot.
So he's still
Tied it up,
alive.
6-5. What have we got
I reckon
left?
that took no less than 2 minutes. So yeah, 5.5 minutes left. So by the time Dinesh racks this, it'll probably be 5. So a big break coming up from Rusty here. And if anyone's going to do this stuff, it'll be him. He loves this stuff. He loves these moments. Needs a ball. Hasn't found one. Now, if Mick can pot one opening ball here and be in, he knows he has the backup plan, most likely, of a 6 red shootout.
The reds look better, just because them 3 yellows on the right rail.
I agree, mate.
Playing the one in the middle. Needs to do a bit of work with the white to get it up and back down the table.
Yeah, and now he's gone a firm favourite again. But you've seen how quick this game can swing. And I think this, for me, of the 3 matches we've done so far, has been the most entertaining match.
It's been the closest, for
Well,
sure.
it has been the closest as well, yeah, for sure. But it has been entertaining. There's been, a few errors here and there, but there's been some really, really good shots. There's one called the extension. And this is a big shot, this.
1/15-second extension per frame per player, guys. Normally it's a 30-second shot clock. We've not had a lot of extensions played, have we, between these two?
And he covers up. He knows.
He's
He
looking at the
knows.
clock.
He's too smart, says me. I'm too smart, he says. Rusty knows even if he pots this, it doesn't help his position very much. And he hasn't covered. And Mick's just going to walk around the table like he's got no idea what to do.
Oh!
That's going to get re-spotted.
Okay.
He'll love that because that'll take a few extra seconds off the clock. Rusty's asked for the clock to be stopped.
I think you should ask for it to be sped up. That's cruel.
Wow, isn't this interesting?
Things aren't rolling your way.
That was crazy how they just dropped. And he was about to play. He just touched the table. It was enough to rock it in.
They've given the 15-second extension, which I think was fair, looking at what was on without the rewind.
Well, they had to. It's, when the umpires take control, you've got to stop the clock. So.
Yeah, well, they didn't, but...
I don't know if they've got the ability to stop it or just reset it.
Yeah, well, luckily, we're not the timekeepers. We're just sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't surprise me if he plays some kind of safety here.
He's going to double.
No, I think he's going to play a safety. No, he's gone to double.
Covers that pocket again. Pressure.
A minute 32. This is the only chance he has. This visit he's got to clear, and he's got really awkward yellows.
He's speeding up.
We've seen this done before, folks. You watch the UK stuff. This happens actually fairly consistently, and he's a quick player, Rusty.
It's funny, isn't it? When you see the players speed up to catch up, they seem to play better.
He actually won't be happy with that. Oh, he's got angle. He's got it. This is the shot. This is the shot. He's got to come off the cushion first, though.
I reckon he's got a minute to go.
Cushion first. He needs to cushion first.
I'm willing to cheer him on.
He's
He's running around the table. I reckon he's still got a good 20 seconds up
everybody
his sleeve.
wants him to... Oh!
30 seconds.
Oh, yeah,
30
heaps of
seconds.
time.
He needed that core earlier.
I did say,
Epic, guys.
if anyone was going to do it, it was this man, Rusty Wheeler.
6-all, guys. We're going to see
We're going to have a six-red shootout.
So if you want to see people run around the table even
He's bound to happen
faster,
sooner or later.
yeah. If you
And
want
I'm
to
going to put Rusty favourite.
Oh, yeah.
I am. He's a big man, but... The question is, any of the players practiced it?
That was huge, guys. That was huge. If you've not watched any games this afternoon, watch
If I
that one.
If I know Robbo and I know Scary, they've both practiced this stuff together.
Rusty was in front. Scary took the lead. Rusty
They probably
pulled it
did.
back with 20
They probably
seconds
did
to
a
go.
whole day of this. Looks like Rusty's going to win the lag.
He's got to choose to go second.
He gets to choose whether he goes first or second.
Yeah.
And he says, Michael Scary, welcome to the kitchen.
The pots are boiling. They're all yours, brother. All right, guys, pretty simple.
Now you'll see,
shootout.
this is what pressure's about.
6-red shootout, under the stopwatch, pot all 6 balls. And whoever does it fastest goes through to the final to play. Who they're playing?
So
Steve Woods.
generally what will happen is they'll break them pretty soft. Just try and keep them all in a similar area.
Yeah, you want to put them 4 balls in them bottom 4
And
pockets.
you don't want the white ball running.
And you can play a shot if the balls are moving, as long as it's not the ball you're shooting at. He's going for the middle. We've got a timer on the screen, which is fantastic. He's running. This is messy.
Yeah, it's not awesome.
Nah.
No, he's played that well. This is a big shot, this.
Takes his time.
I'll tell you what.
29.13.
That's not bad.
Look on Rusty's face. He knows the press is on.
It's not super quick, but it's not bad.
Rusty said that was quick.
It's not super quick, but it's not bad.
I'd say both players have been faster and both players have been slower.
Rusty, this will be like a gym workout for Rusty.
Are you still picking Rusty for this?
This will be like a gym workout for him, I'm telling you.
This carpet's not the best either. He could go us over. 26 to boot.
Oh, he's lost the white straight away.
Very firm break. Oh, jeez.
Tell you, these are all linking. Oh, they're not now.
Oh, no. What's he got? 18 seconds.
He can.
He's travelling. Oh.
He's gone.
It's all over. Nah, he's in 30 seconds. Great game, guys. Great game.
And you heard him say, what are you doing? Because that was the pressure of it all. What a great match, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we will now finish on table 2. We'll head over to table 1. And we're going to do the final on table 1, guys. So this table will now close down. Please tune in to table 1 for the final. We'll see you shortly. Thanks.